What are you doing? Yeah, the dog's food. I'm drinking the rest of your chocolate milk because you're not. Yeah. I told you I was gonna drink the rest of it. Yo, Hamburglar. You ever make homemade hot cocoa?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you know it's cheaper to make hot cocoa than it is to go buy the stupid packets of Swiss Mix or anything?
I did not know
Bella,
that because
come on.
Those packets are cheap.
Come on. I see you.
So which one is mine? Yours is the pink one and mine is the red. Okay. And this one is for mommy. Why, thank you, Elsia. Oh, look. The heart and the ribbon matches your whole outfit. Yes, I'm a blue girl. And your eyeshadow. Yeah. So nice. You want anything from here, girls? Anything look cool? I love squishies. I love squishies. I call the pins. Oh, and a string. Cute, cute. Oh, and the unicorn and the dog. Yes, yes, yes. Got it. Anya, what do you think you're doing? Getting all of them? Because they're so cute. Well, you can't just get all of them. And besides, I need one too, so that's not fair. And I will tell you a reason why I should get all of them all. Because I was nice this whole week. Well, I was nice this whole week too. No, you were mean. Well, you were me too. I still remember. No, you were me. No, you were me. No, you were. You started shopping, and all I hear is just like seagulls. Well, actually, we like seagulls because they're cute and fluffy. Yes, but what I don't like is this full cart of squishies. But they're all so cute, and I was also nice the whole week, so... Yeah, that doesn't mean you can buy anything just because you were nice. That's way too many. Well, if she can't have it, that means I can have it. No?
Aaliyah, get up here!
Nobody's getting all of them.
Now traveling to Petra.
What is this champion? I've never seen this person.
I'm not on your stream right now. One sec.
Mora!
Moira?
Yeah.
That's a support.
Yeah, I know, but what's it do?
Your left click is heal, your right click is damage. Your shit can't die in your
Science will reveal the truth.
Lets you fade away.
Okay, cool.
This will restore you.
I can tell you everything about the game, but not in 5 minutes.
What's this thing? Okay, that does that.
My refresh rate's off. That's the bingo.
Welcome to Oasis. Prepare for battle.
Hoioiodioidiodiodio. How y'all doing?
Let's get a final Overwatch. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Back up.
I will protect the innocent.
Hi.
Would you like to know the specials?
Oh, where I said hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I will not waste this opportunity.
This guy said 2 hours left. Why is he saying 2 hours left?
I don't know. It's the whole day today.
Climb up here.
Bank in
May I
action.
take your order?
I will not waste this opportunity.
Heroes never die.
Back
Would you
online.
like to know the specials? Damn.
Ah.
My team needs me.
How may I serve?
Огонь по готовности. My
I
team
don't
needs
need
me.
this tip.
Oh, you got control again.
Oh, I just got fucking annihilated. No!
Heroes never die.
Strike. Would you like
My
sparkling?
team
Give
needs
your
me.
brother's phone back.
Okay, what the fuck is going on?
My kid's being bad.
Dude, you sound like a kid yourself.
I'm 30 years old.
I just wanted to fucking get fisted one last time before the match ended.
Score 0-1.
Did you let them know that the fucking Zen has ghoul damage?
No, I didn't let him know yet.
Oh my
I'm not that
gosh.
type of person.
Oh my god, it's a Sombra, yes! I'm gonna boost this Sombra.
Have you ever been hit
Yeah.
by a giant genetically engineered gorilla?
Where's your kitty skin, yo? It's okay, it's still a good skin. I'm proud of you. Oh yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Captain.
Streamers, you're such a fag. I take my life very seriously. Okay, Dreamers, I'm gonna boost you because I'm not sure where Somber went. She's peaced out, so
Oh, is that how it works now?
yeah. She's asserting her dominance somewhere else. Okay, now you're just gonna get fucked, so good luck. Oh my god, I got pinned! What the fuck?
Natural
Bullshit.
selection, really.
You're not gonna fucking pin the guy with his legs up in the air?
I mean, you're thicker than me, so.
Probably.
Justice will be done.
I can't believe that you thought I was the other fucking chip stan, and you're like, you're an old woman. No, bro. You thought I was that old woman.
You people in Timothy
We all look the same. You're gonna have to try a little harder with your stalking though. It's not working out too well.
my wife was actually fighting a lot harder than I was.
Yeah. You really couldn't find the porcupine chip stand, huh?
No?
Oh my god, again!
He can leave.
I'll have to go back.
He won't get
Dude, what the fuck? Do hens cluck when they're in wow. I'm learning. I should know this. My aunt had a fucking farm.
Yeah. I'm ready for this huge ass MP, to be honest. He's ready for that huge ass shatter right there.
Oh no, she's left! You know what? Go at it, bro. Go at it.
Okay, I'm going on point.
Go hog, go! Go hog, go!
Minute of point.
How did you get to the point? You were like right next to me 30 seconds ago.
He was trying.
Oh, as a widow, can I play Sombra, guys? Like, is that allowed?
Yeah.
Like, we're fucked anyways. Oh, you streamers, you fucking dick!
What?
That's my Mexican.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, that's how it works.
I'll have one.
They're just gonna rename it to Neo.
I'm gonna cap point.
Where's that cap, yo? Where's that cap?
I was trying.
Fatality believed in you, you know.
Yeah, I believed, man. I believed in you, man. What the hell?
Well, you sound from your way down.
He really
south,
believed
right?
in you. I can't wait to eat ass in Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't even show me die. Racist.
Oh, look at that. I'm gonna give it to you, Anna.
Fatal, don't queue.
Oh, don't queue?
Yeah, come play zombies with me. Send me
Zombies?
your battle. Hover over your battle tag in the top right. What's it say?
I am fatality, hashtag 11288.
11288?
Yeah.
Bingo. Wait, is this the right account? Oh no. Oh no. Alright, hold on. Stay right here.
Alright. Aaliyah!
I don't have the game saved
I gotta get
on
my
this
key.
account. It's 11288.
Aaliyah Marie Hanson! No, get your ass in here where I can see. I put Fun Squad on the TV for you if you want to.
No! It doesn't turn on. It doesn't turn on the TV. You don't know.
Kids
You don't know the password on yet.
I got it. I remember I did it yesterday.
Password.
Press Y, Fatal, press Y.
Can you don't mix me some Tashi's milk? Some more Tashi's milk. Was that Tashi's milk?
Yeah, it was hot chocolate.
Can you don't mix me some more? More.
No, no more.
But why?
Because you didn't even drink the first cup. I had to drink it.
Here, Daddy, here's the phone. Is this even your phone? Is this your phone, Daddy? Daddy, is this your new phone? Is this your phone, Daddy?
Yes, that's my phone.
Here you go. It's like shot.
Give me a second, hamburger.
It's shot. It's shot.
Dealing with kids at the moment. Alright, Fun Squad. Turn that off then.
I'm watching that.
You turn it off. I'm putting it on TV for you.
The B and sticker section.
Fine.
Little bows and little donuts I see back there.
Which one you want?
And there's even.
Just tell me what.
Okay.
Is that real? Yes.
Sure. Not this one. Pinch this one.
Is it a real starfish? Whoa.
Fatal.
That one.
And this is where its mouth used to be.
Weird.
Whoa, wait, Tanya.
Yeah, I can do this one.
No.
You can watch it, or don't watch nothing at all. Alright, I'm back.
Here, you gotta join me.
Exit.
No, I'm inviting you again.
Alright, it's over. Daddy. It's over. It's over.
Now entering King 3, 2, 1. Fight.
Oh, what the fuck? What?
And then jump on this.
What?
That's it.
Yeah, that was it.
Bad guys, heads up. I'm on fire. I'm on a roll.
Yeah.
No stopping me.
What the hell?
It's zombies.
Overwatch zombies.
Just a matter of time. Who's got the hot hand? Knock him down.
Like barreling into boxes. It's like being so loud.
You gotta work on that aim. I'm on a roll.
Okay, so you see this purple over here? You hit while you're standing on this. You get a better jump.
Yeah.
Leave this to me.
Hit it up right there.
I'm hitting F. It's not doing anything.
Your interact key. You should say like. Oh, that's not good. You don't have it bound.
Oh.
Someone seems to fit me.
I'm out of ammo. Alright, interact the options. Alright, I'm dead now. Did you leave? Yeah, this game volume is too loud. Alright, what did you say now?
Because we still play competitive.
Why?
Because I wasn't gonna have you bind to interact. You unbound something else too.
Yeah, I did. What's normally F? I restore defaults and put interact to F still though.
But when you restore default, it changes your sensitivity. And everything.
I never changed anything though.
Oh, well you're on a really high sense then. Default's like 15. I play on 4.
Probably why I can't aim.
Daddy, it's over again. It's over again, Daddy. Daddy, it's over. It's you and me. Look at these marks. It's over. Oh, wait a second. This is you and this is me. Oh, yeah, that's right. That one I want. That one. Yeah, we want that one.
See, I lost him.
Either head to the camera 3 or to the camera 5. What will it be? Ever since I, Thor, the strongest Avenger, have defeated Thanos.
Why does everybody keep saying 1.5 hours? Isn't?
Because the game's about to shut down, brother.
Oh, but I thought you said it was the rest of the day.
No, it's shut down for a day.
Oh, what the fuck?
Jax, you're being too loud with the box, bro.
I just got booted out of the game.
No more robbing any banks, okay?
Yeah, somebody probably left before it started.
Alright, well, I'm done. No more Overwatch.
You were also playing Open Queue, which is like a clown fiesta. That's like worse than quick play. You weren't playing like real rank.
Yeah, I know.
Like it was competitive, but nobody plays that for rank. People play the roll queue, not Open Queue.
Alright, let this download. I'm gonna take shit.
Here, this is. I'm queuing Masters right now.
Classic Loki, always messing around. Ah, well, not my problem. The world is safe and sound.
If you want to watch.
Oh, sports. Oh, those puny little people love to run and play. Dora, we gotta go. Loki is wreaking havoc on the city. Jane? What are you? No time, we gotta go. You trying to dress like me? Get up off of this couch now! What? No, I'm retired. I've been protecting the Earth by this whole life. I deserve a break, Jane. It's mighty Thor. Loki is terrorizing the whole city. What will it take to get you off the couch? Listen, Loki's just having his little moment. It'll pass. Come relax with me. Now is not time to relax. We must go now. Listen, you come sit right here and chill. And if Loki is still causing problems after that, then I will come help. Okay?
That's exactly what I said. Yeah. Well, the weirdest thing is.
Hi.
I'll call you back. Hello? My phone! It's a banana!
Good luck talking on that.
Wait, that's your power? You turn things into bananas?
What kind of hero are you?
I'm so glad you asked. I am local, the future ruler.
The future ruler of this world? How old are you, like 5?
Hey, you'll be hearing from my lawyers. Lawyers don't talk to
The Dragon Isles have a
You're able to get the clear down, you're able to get very far ahead of the pace of the game. Lily as a champion, I really enjoy playing. I love anything that can do that kind of drain taking identity. I think the clear for the...
Is that locked in?
That's locked.
That's locked? Are we actually seeing ADD Teemo top?
What would you give the sharp percentage win chance for this game?
0.
Wait, they just locked Teemo?
Oh. Okay, I would like to lower my percentage actually.
Captain Teemo on duty.
Top of this Teemo early though.
ADD's gonna get jumped on. Mark, you called it in draft. You predicted it. The most hated champion is now locked inside the smoke screen. It's chunked down and taken down.
And now we see up in the top side, no flash to the Teemo.
Oh, 0-2-1. In depth. He's gonna take the Q. There is a lot of support coming. The entirety of Royal never give up. Grell's already used the ultimate. Put Breathe to sleep. Blooming blows come out, and ADD will find the reply.
You don't want to know what happens when ISG ADD gets serious with Teemo top.
I guess Raptors is just more important. Oh my god.
Teemo's dead! No!
He's bad.
Get down, Mr. President!
Yo, yeah, everyone rotates me. Oh god, Aatrox is here. I win this. if all of us are here. It's actually a free kill. Top is so free. Top is free. What are you doing in River? Come kill his ass.
Yeah, dude, you didn't hear what I was saying? Like, we just played the most random shit.
Oh
my god! And
why are you behind the turret? This guy's just splitting me. He's so free.
We need to just dive top there, dude.
If we switch junglers, I am fucking this guy's mom all the way back to China, man. Like, holy shit. I'm just gonna push bot for the rest of the game. You just not letting me carry.
That's actually what's happening now. Yo, Flake up, man.
Dude, this pussy got Umbral for me. I can't fucking play. I'm just gonna let him clear my shrooms all game? Okay, let's just team fight him. I have a huge flank here. This is winning. This is winning. Oh, great blinded. Great blinded.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yo, Teemo, help me! All me like, where's my team? I blinded Graves and we still lose this? What the fuck? I got 3 of them on me, dude. Come on. Holy fuck, dude. You're just gonna let him post up down there in that bush.
Oh my god, Teemo's fucking dead.
Yo, dude, Aatrox is just wasting everything on me. Yo, we can win this. Just go. Aatrox has got nothing. He's got nothing. He's a full kid. I guess we can just let Aatrox flank me like this. Whatever, guys. Whatever.
They're gonna end the game with no mythic on Teemo, really.
Wow. 33 deaths in a 25-minute game. The World Championship.
Like, I didn't play great, but can we talk about our 2-14 bot lane?
Dude, even if I won my lane, we couldn't win when their bots this bad. Teemo was not the problem.
That's just an aneurysm, man.
What pick could I have gone that would have been able to carry with his bot lane?
Fine. If you can't relax, then we
What?
shall have fun.
This guy said that he feels like the map is louder, like everything's louder in the game. I said, I think you're just having an aneurysm.
Where did I put my dad?
I'm off from that.
What was that?
Yeah, my cat scared the fuck out of me. My cat literally barreled into the nightstand that my TV's on, or my PC's on. Scared, not TV, PC.
Jin, this is amazing.
I'm on 360 hertz. Y'all are probably on 144. Don't fuck with me.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you a build that is the most picked build in all of NA.
Reported for being on 144. How about that?
Item. Titanic has a lot of on-hit damage. It gives you the AoE shove that Vayne lacks. She has 0 AoE damage in her kit. She can only hit one target at a time. So Titanic does quite nicely on that, having on-hit damage and AoE damage, plus AD, plus HP. It'll keep you alive. Pretty solid item for Vayne. You may be wondering, well, why not go Runon's Hurricane instead, since Runon's is an AoE damage item? The problem with Runon's is it messes up your W. If you have Runon's, it'll constantly reset your W if you're hitting multiple targets. Titanic doesn't work that way because it splashes off of the main target. Level 1, start Q. For your runes, take Lethal Tempo, Triumph,
Winston in our team.
Coup de Grace, alongside Conditioning and Overgrowth. He's fighting us on our backline minions here.
The park? I love the park. I
I'm gonna walk him all the way down.
See ya.
He took a very nasty trade there. Auto attack Q reset. His
took the
jump
mega
is still on
kill
cooldown,
tracer.
so it made sense to trade in. Our Qs are shorter cooldown than his E, so lethal tempo stack. If they try to
what's he
trade
gonna
with
do?
you on your
I'm just gonna
backline
sit here and
minions,
watch.
that's almost never gonna work out well for them. He's dead.
Stop him. No, you're just using me.
Auto attack Q. Flash down he goes. So for those of you wondering why he loses that, first of all, we had an HP advantage on him. Secondly, the second reason why it wasn't going to work is he kept trying to fight us on our backline minions, which is just like never a good idea. I'll go ahead and pick up refill control word and we need to
I'm
head
so
back
ready
to
for
Bane.
it.
We had a cannon wave to catch, so
Lay
we
it
can come back
down.
and get a lot of XP. We'll have a huge advantage on him.
I live.
As a melee champion, this is a general rule. It's not 100% true, but the majority of the time what you want to do is keep your HP as high as possible. The initial gold doesn't matter because now the one you can spend it immediately anyway. So keep your HP as high as possible. You hit level 3, then you can
I don't know
usually
what the
start
half
to
from
trade.
it. It took me down to like 100.
But level 1, the ranged champion's going to have a huge advantage since they obviously have the ranged auto attacks. Auto attack Q reset.
Solve this bitch out.
It's that minion, but alright. Missed that cannon. The way the minion damage was coming in is
Wait, we're not stalling on the last day? On the last hour of
We're missing
Overwatch?
a lot of the gold on these, but we're at least getting the
No,
XP,
we're saving our
which is
KD.
arguably more
Stats that aren't even
for the
gonna
first
exist.
5 levels, 5-6 levels, so you can hit your R faster. Our wave's gonna push into him. It's reinforcing first. He has really nowhere to go though, so we know he's gonna be nearby unless he's roaming. Can't imagine if
Didn't
he's
you know
Trinity roam, no flash, no burst is gonna be that good. There's no
I'm off the
reason
map
to fight
again.
over there. Trinimir's putting himself super far behind, doing whatever he's doing over there. I'd rather not fight this, but I do have item advantage. Gonna hit him with an auto attack.
I'm telling you before it happens, so
We're
like,
holding
I
on
don't
to
know where
Q.
it's from.
That way we can get away if we need to, or stay on top, I should say. Max our W first. Auto attack Q reset. Down he goes.
I have a big
Bad
bull
idea for
running
me to try
around
to fight
behind
that.
me.
There's no rush to use your E against melee champions. Now, if Nocturne was about to die, I would have had to use it sooner, but I wanted to find a cleaner angle to pop it off on. You don't want to use your condemn too early on in lane. You can make things worse for yourself. Kind of like an Alistar with this time on Sunbot. Main condemn is very similar to that. These my minions are focusing things real wonky. I only have blue buff. I wish I had red buff. I'm gonna float in auto attack on him. I don't really want to tank this whole wave though, that's really painful. He took a lot of damage for that, so I'm happy. The Titanic, the team that rush is gonna let us shove the waves really hard in. It lets you roam, and it also gives you the potential to split push a little bit better. Problem with split push Bane without a Tiamat item is you can't push the waves very fast. We have a huge HP advantage. He can't trade with us here, so I'm gonna
Use my death assist round with
gap
me.
auto attack Q reset, get our third hit in for our Silver Bolt. Max W first, Q second, and E last. We got our control. We're not a big deal. We got some value out of it before it went down. He's also missing golden XP right now. This is the type of matchup to where you don't have to go for a team at early. If you're dominating lane and you feel like you can keep killing them in lane by freezing,
Okay, that's enough. Loki, if you keep your triggery to a minimum, I say we all go to the movies and relax. Really mean it? Yes, and never go alone! Daddy is over. Huh. Daddy is over.
Hey, it's me,
Yeah,
your
he's
dry
gonna be
skin.
cute
I'm
until the
craving
server shut
something
down.
we're missing. The ceramides and CeraVe. They help.
Throughout NFL history, some players took touchdown celebrations a little too far and got some ridiculous fines that you won't believe. With touchdown celebrations playing a huge role in today's league, some players like Chad Johnson would constantly put on a show for fans after scoring, where he pretty much became known for his unique after-touchdown ways. With Chad Johnson constantly doing strange, outrageous celebrations, some cost him some unreal money, so it made some people wonder if what he was doing was worth it, but in the end, Chad did whatever he wanted and he didn't let the fines hold him back anytime he got a chance. In 2005, Chad was fined $5,000 for a celebration he did, after catching a 54-yard touchdown against the Ravens, and the fine was for excessive and prolonged celebrating. After the touchdown, Chad grabbed one of the corner pylons and used it as a golf club to putt the football, which, according to the NFL, was uncalled for. Another celebration he had during the 2005 season was after catching a 68-yard bomb from Carson Palmer, and after the catch, Chad ran to the sidelines and got the attention of the camera crew, who followed him over to the cheerleaders, and suddenly, he peeled off his helmet, got down on one knee, and took the hand of a Bengals cheerleader and fake proposed marriage to her. After the game, Chad was asked about the fake proposal, and he said, "I should have proposed for real if I knew I was going to get that much attention. I had it arranged with the entire Bengals team. They practice on Tuesdays, and on Tuesdays, I'm here watching film. I saw them and I told the captain, this is what I want to do. I told her about the celebration. I said, make sure you tell the entire team so whoever's in the arena, no matter what side of the field I score on, somebody would be there." So they all knew. It was cool. Although Chad didn't receive a fine, he was bashed by the league and many non-fans who thought the celebration was degrading and disrespectful to the cheerleader, but this is just the beginning for Johnson. Right before Christmas in 2005, shortly after his golf putt and fake proposal, he decided to plan a crazy celebration that was going to shock the entire NFL. During the Bengals Christmas Eve game, Chad talked about his plan, saying, "On the highway, I hit a deer. I kept him. He's at home in the garage. I'm going to use him for the celebration this weekend. He's a prop. They might suspend me for the last game, but I think this one's worth it. But this Saturday, I'll be back to my old self. You can look forward to the celebration being part of something that has to do with Christmas. It's going to be fun. I might get in trouble, so I might as well let that out now. I might get in trouble for what I'm going to do, but it's worth it. This is going to be the greatest celebration of all time, and I actually use an animal." And as crazy as this celebration plan sounds, Chad was being serious, and many people wanted him to follow through just to see what he was actually going to do. After hearing lots of advice from people about the potential backlash he could get from doing something so crazy, he decided not to do it, which could have been a career-saving decision. In July of 2012, just a few weeks after changing his name to Chad Ocho Cinco, in a game between the Bengals and Lions, Chad scored a touchdown and ran over to the bench to put on a poncho and sombrero that he brought prior to the game. The outfit was to match the new persona for Ocho Cinco, and as he got to the bench, he threw the gear on and walked around for a bit, showing off his new look and name. After the 23-13 win over the Lions, Ocho Cinco was fined $30,000 for the celebration with the poncho and sombrero, but it didn't seem like Ocho Cinco was too worried about it. He said, "That's okay. They keep jacking them up. I'll keep jacking up the celebrations." Chad also said that he set aside $100,000 in 2012 to pay for celebrations. This much money could easily be spent on more productive things, but Chad spoke about how money isn't that big of a deal to him when he said, "I play to have fun. I don't play for the dollar amount. Maybe that's why they take so much money, because they think we play for the money. Maybe they'll get the point. I play to have fun, not for the money. Come on now. What are you gonna suspend me for? Having fun? I'm not that bad." Breaking news. Chad Ocho Cinco suspended for too many celebrations. How would that sound? I'm not hurting anybody. I'm very respectful with everybody I play against. With Randy Moss being known as an all-time great receiver, he was also famous as a player to go over the top with celebrations. One of the most notable came during his time with the Vikings, and as we all know, the Packers and Vikings were a strong rivalry, so the matchups were always heated. But during a matchup between Green Bay and Minnesota, Randy Moss actually mooned the Packers fans in the crowd after scoring. During a 2005 intense playoff matchup between the Packers and Vikings, Randy Moss caught a 34-yard touchdown, which put them up 30-17 late in the fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Moss ran over to the side of the goalpost and pretended to pull his pants down and moon the crowd, which announcer Joe Buck called a disgusting act. And Moss was fined $10,000 for the excessive celebration. Moss never addressed the fine, but a few years ago, a reporter brought up that day to him, and Randy finally talked about it, saying, "I didn't know I was really going to get that type of negative attention, or of course I wouldn't have done nothing like that. No, I've never done nothing like that in my career, but it's not like I pulled my pants down or anything like that. But like I said, if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't change it." Now, Terrell Owens is yet another legendary player to make this list, and yeah, he's an all-time great receiver, but his touchdown celebrations also caught a lot of attention. In 2007, after the Patriots were caught cheating by spying on other teams' practices and other confidential things, Terrell took it upon himself to make fun of the Patriots during a win over the Dolphins. After catching a touchdown, T.O. hid behind the goalpost and pretended to act like he was spying on the other team. The main reason that he was fined was for using the ball as a prop, and as well as the NFL finding out that he pre-planned the celebration in hopes that he would score a touchdown. Owens was fined $7,500 for his celebration, making fun of the Patriots, and after receiving a fine, Owens talked about it and said, "It wasn't even the fact that I used the goalpost as a prop. They said I used the ball. It's kind of hard to understand the rules. It's like you can't do nothing no more." Dude, it's like they're trying to find any way to take the fun out of the game, so I'm kind of limited right now as far as what I can do. Nothing's worth getting a fine for. And just a few months after his fine imitating the Patriots spying scandal, Owens was fined again for yet another celebration that he did during a game against the Eagles. After catching a touchdown, Owens whipped out a personalized towel that he had made and started waving it around, which violated league's rules for promoting anything other than NFL licensed gear. Owens ended up getting a $10,000 fine for waving his towel around after the touchdown, and when he found out he was being fined, he said, "It's stuff like that. People try to make a big deal out of it. It's not any different than Chad Johnson going to the sidelines and taking out a coat. All I had was a little towel, and now they want to make that into a big deal." Now back in 2012, the NFL decided to put a ban on any player using the football as a prop in celebration, and some of that stemmed from Chad Johnson or Ocho Cinco, who's often used the football as a prop every time he scored a touchdown. But in 2014, the NFL then put a separate ban on a certain celebration that they believed was getting out of hand. Thanks to tight end Jimmy Graham, who was still on the Saints back then, he scored against the Falcons and slam dunked the football so hard on the goalpost that it completely bent the metal. Thankfully for Jimmy, the Lambeau Leap, which is a celebration burned into the Packers' history, will still remain a legal celebration, but the vice president of officiating talked about the recent bans on celebrations and said, "We grandfathered in some, the Lambeau Leap and things like that, but dunking will come out. Using the ball as a prop or any object as a prop, whether that's the goalpost, crossbar, that'll come out and that will be a foul next season." Hall of Famer tight end Tony Gonzalez loved to do the dunking celebration in game, and he was one of the original entrepreneurs for in-game celebration. And this dunking rule was put into place right after he retired, and when he heard about the news, he tweeted and said, "The NFL says no more dunking over the goalpost. This one I don't understand. Looks like I got out just in time." But many players over the years love to do this dunking celebration, including recently retired Calvin Johnson, who not only did it plenty of times, but after they put the fine in play trying to ban the celebration, he even came out and said, "I'm still going to dunk. I just won't touch the rim," referring to the goalpost. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell commented on the entire situation a few years ago and felt that any celebrations delaying the game whatsoever would be against the rules, and this dunking one had to go because of the damage and delay it could in fact cause. But the statement said, "Dunking falls under that category because of the possibility that the goalpost could be dislodged and require repairs. It also violates a rule that remains in place, using the goalpost as a prop. That's largely why it was banned in 2014, after being popularized by tight end Tony Gonzalez and Jimmy Graham." Other than Calvin Johnson, Jimmy Graham, and Tony Gonzalez, we've seen many players attempt this over the years, including Donald Penn, the legendary Drew Brees, and even Devontae Adams, who threw down a one-of-a-kind 360 version of the celebration. Now, with Nate Burleson always wearing his emotions on his sleeve, he caught a hefty fine for wearing an undershirt and showing it off during the game. In a Sunday afternoon game at Ford Field in Detroit, Nate Burleson came out of the locker room for a pregame and was spotted lifting up his jersey, which underneath it had a white shirt with black writing. Nobody in the stands or TV was able to read what it said until he stopped, and everyone saw it said, "What up, doe?" Not only did Burleson break the league's code for wearing shirts that represent something other than the NFL or the Lions, but during the game, he caught a touchdown and quickly punted the ball into the stands, so the NFL ended up fining Nate $15,000 for breaking the code, as well as breaking the rules for excessive celebration. Nate spoke about his actions and said, "It was spontaneous. I didn't plan it. I was very apologetic afterwards. I ran over to the head coach, to the offensive coordinator, to the special teams coach, and to the special teams guys apologizing for putting the team in that position." And with Antonio Brown being a main topic of conversation around the league recently, many have forgotten about AB being fined for nearly 6 figures back in 2016 due to his touchdown celebration. Just a few months after a huge fine for twerking in the end zone, Brown was fined yet again for a choreographed celebration that he and LeVon Bell had planned in case one of them scored. During the Thanksgiving night celebration, he was fined $24,000 for his role in the dance, and Bell was fined $12,000 for his participation. Brown's fine was much larger since he was a repeat offender, and he was fined almost $50,000 earlier in the year. Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger spoke about the dance that his star receiver and running back did, and he said, "He knows, we all know, Coach Tomlin brought it up yesterday, that is a huge penalty and we can't do that. We put our kick coverage team in a bad situation and we can't have that, and AB knows that." In week 1 of the 2016 season, Antonio Brown caught a touchdown against the Redskins and instantly put his hands on his knees and started twerking. Not only did it shock the fan base in Washington, but it also stunned the ref right there, who instantly threw a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct. Brown was eventually fined $15,000 for his dance in the end zone, but when he caught up with ESPN to talk about the fine, he said money is nothing to a boss. The NFL released a statement about Antonio Brown's twerking being considered a sexual act when he said, "We're going to send a tape out in the next week or so to clarify some of these things, but the key is, if it's suggested that either mimics a violent act, that's something with a firearm or a bow and arrow, or sexually suggestive acts, those are unsportsmanlike conduct. That's something that the officials will flag. That's direct from the competition committee. That's something that we're going to..."
Well, can I just pack? Can I just pack full of bells? Can I just pack full of bells?
Now I can finally get this gem off the island.
How you going? It's that time of year again, when one of my video ideas isn't working out and is taking way longer than I expected.
Right, can you let me get the card? Ow! Yeah, can you move? Can I put it there, please? Ow!
But I still want to make money this month and meet a sponsor deadline. So today, I'm listening to you.
You do?
And stealing your ideas and testing how smart you are.
But, so you're saying if it's a cold environment, it'll come out like a slushie? Yes, okay.
Okay, now most of your suggestions can be categorized into 2 piles. Either things that I'm not capable of doing, or assassination requests, the last of which I'm definitely not doing. For free. Which left me with a handful of bad ideas. The first suggestion comes from an anonymous emailer who just sent me this screenshot of a treadmill belt sander. And I love it. Not only is this idea dangerous with the potential of finally grinding away my foot fungus, but I reckon it could actually just be a great cheap way of building a strong belt sander. So the first thing I did was grab a $50 treadmill from Facebook Marketplace and stuff it into my car, breaking a light. And now all I need to do is somehow turn this belt into sandpaper. And at first I thought I could try just gluing sand onto it, but after making a test piece with some PVC glue and sand on paper, I really don't like my chances of covering a whole belt.
Oh, it hurts. It's like I'm sanding myself.
So instead I took down the measurements of the treadmill belt.
Well, why didn't you just say so? We can fix that. Just say the words.
And then sent them off to a man that loves sand and asked him to make the most abrasive belt that he could. And 1 week later, I got this in the mail. Okay, then I just carefully took apart the treadmill. Making sure to leave all the spiders exactly where they were, and then fitted the new belt onto it. And now, I think it's done.
It looks actually quite nice.
So, let's see how it works.
Please move. Right.
So I adjusted the belt to stop it scraping and tried again.
That is terrifying. See what it does to something. See what it does to
And I couldn't hold the piece of wood still, so I made some support to help me do that. And with that, it worked really well, and sanded away an inch of wood in a matter of seconds. And it's so awesome that this thing actually makes a fantastic belt sander while also retaining the original charm and purpose of the treadmill, helping you grind away your body weight. So I decided I need a run on it.
doesn't feel that bad.
And I'm not actually that worried, as I figure as long as I keep up with the speed of the belt, it shouldn't actually grind away my feet. If anything, I'll get more grip and potentially set a new world record.
Okay. Oh yeah, it hurts me slip. No. It just sticks to my feet. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh shit. How do I stop it?
Eight out of 10. Suggestion number 2 is already my favourite on paper, and comes from Queef Chief in my Discord server, who wants me to make an emergency hot dog that heats up when you crack it like a glow stick. And I'm honestly not sure why this doesn't exist already. It sounds like the perfect food for wealthy castaways or for people that are just sick of eating glow sticks. Don't worry, Queef Chief, I've got your back. And to do this, I think I'm going to need some hot dogs and some dangerous chemicals. And when I mix in this chemical, which is definitely not sodium hydroxide, it should hopefully get hot enough to warm up the hot dog. So I looked up the perfect temperature of a hot dog, which is actually a pretty tricky question to answer. And I found scientific papers that have been done on this exact subject.
Has to be a joke.
And no one seems to agree, and it changes depending on where you are in the world, like New York, Australia, or China. But I settled for a target somewhere in the middle, around 70 degrees. And this water with the chemical reaches a crazy 129 degrees Celsius, which is definitely hot enough. And now, I wanted to check how that temperature feels on my hot dog. Perfect. Perfect. Next I need a water bag that I can pop easily to mix with the solution. So I cut open the instant cold packs and stole the little water bag. And now I just realized that if I mix these chemicals together in a confined space like I was planning, they might just explode. So I decided to test it first.
Grammarly adds confidence, so you don't undermine your message. And
Explode. That is so hot. Wow.
And I didn't die, which is good. So now I need a bag to put the hot dog and chemicals in. And glow sticks come in fantastic heat sealable bags. And I tried to buy some of these, but you can only order them in units of 10,000 or more, and I'm not ready to become a full-time hot dog business yet. But I think I can probably make my own bag. If I get some plastic like this and run a solder along it, it sticks together. So I just did this to create a pocket, and then drew what I would want my packaging to look like, then put the hot dog and chemicals inside, then sealed up the other end, and here we have it, the crack dog. Named this because it looks like it's filled with crack. So I decided I was hungry and ready to test it out.
What? Well, it's getting hot. 68 degrees in the bag. Let's leave it like that for a while. Let's crack our delicious hot dog open. Okay. Am I allowed to touch that? No. Ah! Alright. It's actually hot! Kinda scared.
And that worked perfectly. The hot dog was nice and hot. The only problem was that sodium hydroxide is a highly poisonous corrosive substance that causes skin burns. 0 out of 10. Suggestion number 3 comes from an anonymous mailer who suggests I do a NordVPN sponsorship and get money.
I even ate one of them when you told me.
I've been using NordVPN for years, and it allows me to have peace of mind when surfing the web, as it protects all my data and internet activity behind a wall of next-generation encryption. It's so easy to use, and with one click you can connect to over 5,200 servers in 60 countries, with speeds so fast you don't even notice Nord is there. Nord is incredibly useful for me, especially when I'm Googling dodgy chemical advice and want to remain protected and secure. It's also great for seeing what happens to YouTube ads when I switch my location from Australia to Sweden. So go now to nordvpn.com/ididithing to get a 2-year plan plus bonus gift with a huge discount and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's nordvpn.com/ididithing. Thank you NordVPN for sponsoring this video. Number 4 comes from Twitter, where I asked all of you for suggestions on the most dangerous ways of cutting my lawn, and I received thousands of comments. Some were bad.
Can you put them on?
And others were also bad. But one stood out as the worst, from William Wave 999, who wants me to get one of those kids ankle hopping games, but put a machete on the end and then cut my lawn. So I went to Toys R Us and bought one of their ankle hoppers, but they were out of machetes, so I bought one of their kitchen knives instead, and then bought another one to open the packaging. Then I removed the blade and attached it to the rope, and then got the ball and attached it to the handle, and now I have the world's most dangerous kids toy and funnest kitchen knife. So before I try using it and risk cutting off my ankles, I thought I should do a practice warm-up. Great, let's do this. And I did actually mow my lawn recently, but I left a little section just for this test. And this goes without saying, but I am a trained professional, and my family has been cutting their lawns like this for generations, so do not try this at home. And I can actually manage to keep it going, so I decided to try and cut the grass.
Whoa.
and I couldn't spin it on the grass, so I went back to the concrete and decided that I can move in once the blade is spinning.
So bring it to it.
It cut my foot, but not the grass. 1 out of 10. Okay, on to the last suggestion. And I think I have no choice now but to go with Clumsy Ninja's suggestion from my Patreon and make a machine that can chew for me. So I looked up some machines that already do this, and all of them just make me feel very, very uncomfortable. So I've decided I'm going to make a non-humanoid looking one using a blender, a welder, not my helmet, this tube, and some metal. So first I cut open the top of the helmet and remove the brain, so I have space to put in the blender. Now I need a hole in the blender so the tube can funnel the delicious mush into my mouth. And to make this hole, I got a whole bit and just put it in the blender and turned it on. And now I have this hole, which is actually kind of terrifying as it gives me direct access to the blade when it's spinning. So I decided I would do the same test as with the hot dog and see if it's working alright. Perfect. Then I place the whole thing in the helmet and attach the tube.
Hit it 3 times.
Alright, then I cut these metal pieces and placed it together in perfect right angles and welded. And again, and again. Then I gave it a coat of paint, sanded it down, and finally was left with this. So, let's go test it out. Okay, for the test, I chucked in some berries, some banana, and some yogurt.
Hurts my head so much.
Dude, Mom, calm down. It's just milk.
I have a headache. 5 out of 10. Okay, and now for the winner. And they are all bad ideas. And only all together do they barely create a video. So the winner is NordVPN. And I'm not just saying that because they were the only people on the list not to injure me, but they also gave me a lot of money. Thanks for watching. If you like that, subscribe and check out some of my other videos.
Are you thinking about accepting crypto payments for your business? As a crypto doc...
How you go?
Oh, you're supposed to stay.
You guys keep sending me video suggestions, and they're alright, but your method of delivery is very strange.
Wait, can you please stop throwing dead birds at my house? What do you mean? You got a bird? Ow.
So today, I'm going to make 5 of your video ideas in the hope that you'll leave me alone. Okay, the first suggestion comes from Coping Molding Truth 43 on Twitter, who wants me to make a pressure washer bidet, which sounds hilarious and will finally allow me to properly clean my ass. So, I'm going to start with a cheap bidet and a cheap pressure washer. And I'm hoping I can just plug this straight into my ass and it will work. But after turning on the pressure washer and seeing how strong it is, I decided against that and wanted to see if I could plug the pressure washer directly into the bidet. And it didn't destroy the bidet like I thought it would. The bidet just didn't let the high pressure water through, which is actually a good thing because otherwise I would have made a hole in my foot. So I'm going to have to upgrade all these crappy plastic parts to high pressure hose. And I've never actually used a bidet before, but I've heard from others that have that they work really well and feel a bit like your own personal slave that spits water on your ass. So I'm very excited to try one. And after taking apart the bidet and having a proper look inside, I think I'm just going to have to replace everything, as it's all low quality plastic. And the original bidet has two nozzles, one for normal people and the other for women. So I'm only going to make a one-hole nozzle. And I'm going to do that by just welding a pipe to this high pressure hose fitting, which will have this little plunger inside that will move out as the water pushes it and will then squirt water out of this little hole. And after giving it a quick test, it worked really well at low pressure with no water coming out of the gaps. So I turned on the pressure washer to see if it would explode.
Okay, power washer on. 3, 2.
And I've now realized I've made a big mistake. I purchased the wrong fitting, and the hose is never going to properly attach. So instead of doing the right thing and just buying a new one, I tested my luck by attempting to weld the high pressure plastic hose directly to the fitting.
This is such a dumb idea.
Which actually seemed to work, as I was constantly keeping the metal cool. So I tested it again.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And that actually worked really well. So I installed it into the bidet and sprayed the whole thing white. And I'm not going to install this on an inside toilet, as I've already made enough holes in the ceiling. So I test fitted it on this chair outside, and it actually feels as nice and comfortable as a normal toilet, which means it was time to use the bidet. And I'm going to test it first on this pig belly, which I've heard makes a really accurate arse substitute.
3, 2.
And that worked amazingly. The bidet managed to clean all the way through the pig belly, removing the fat and meat.
This is disgusting. There is meat everywhere.
But it still didn't cut it cleanly in half like I was hoping. So I'm going to give the bidet an easier challenge, this apple. And this would definitely clean my insides. 8 out of 10. Okay, the second suggestion comes from Ryan, or as I like to call him, Ryan. And he suggests replacing the blades on a ceiling fan with knives. And I've already replaced all my kitchen knife blades with ceiling fans, which works great. But I've never thought of doing it the other way round, so I'm excited. And the first thing I need to get is a ceiling, and then a fan. And this one was a nice cheap one, but it means I need to put it together. So I opened up the box and then got the instructions and put them in the bin. And then followed them from there. And after connecting the blue wire to the blue wire, the green wire to the green wire, and the brown to the brown, it didn't work. So I skipped using this speed control and just borrowed a power cable. And then connected it directly to the fan, which means the fan only has one speed, on. And now that I have a fan that spins, it's machete time. So I pulled off the plastic handles, then welded a dodgy brace to the machete before attaching them to the fan. And this is already terrifying. But not as terrifying as my inability to count how many blades a fan actually has. And I now have an extra machete. If anyone wants it, it's in this bush right here. Okay, now time to strap this to my ceiling.
I can land point, I can land point.
It's so fast.
This is terrifying. It's so silent in the air, almost like the blades are so sharp that they are just cutting right through it. Let's chuck some stuff into it. And to do that, I made this little safety fortress. I wasn't really happy with the angle I had to throw the fruit at, so I repositioned my fortress right under the fan.
Right, roll, 3, 2.
The Dragon Isles have
And that was fun to watch while editing, but not fun while I was there. I was imagining my welds snapping and the blade flying out and shooting through my barricade at any moment. But besides that, it did a great job of cutting through. 9 out of 10. Alright, the third idea comes from Swagger Souls on Twitter, who wants me to make mustard gas and then put it on a hot dog. And the first thing I'm going to need is some pool chlorine. Sorry, I meant the third idea is a sponsorship for PayPal Honey. Honey is the #1 shopping tool in the computer, and then when you go to buy something, these 4 machetes for this video, and Honey found a coupon to $7 discount when you're purchasing machetes. So go now. That's join Honey. Alright, this comes from Zoe Possum, who wants me to get a jackhammer and put a rubber pad on the bottom and footholds on the side, creating the world's most terrifying pogo stick. And I already know this is going to scramble my brain, but I can't resist making it. And I'm also killing 2 birds with 1 stone, as Ludwig requested I also make a device that can finally help the short fellow jump high enough to dunk, which seems impossible, but I'll give it a shot. So the first thing I did was go to the local store and bought these bolt cutters. Then I waited till night.
Do you have any idea what this thing can do? But I want to be the fool. Trust me, Colette. You don't want to be the fool. Now, can I trust you not to touch this while I go and set up the boxes?
And went down to the closest construction site and then borrowed this. And I didn't really have a choice of jackhammer, so I grabbed this one, which is very noisy. But luckily, I can just put on ear protection. Now at the moment, it has this sharp chisel at the bottom, which would be similar to jumping in stilettos. Sexy, but not efficient. So I'm going to make a giant metal foot to increase the surface area. And for reference, I took a photo of my foot
That is a very nice foot. Thank you. Yes, it is.
and then cut out this. And then welded some extra support metal on top so it's strong enough to handle the jackhammer. Then I welded a piece of pipe on the foot so the jackhammer can slip neatly into its new shoe. And the foot is done. But now I just need somewhere to put my feet. And I don't want to permanently attach anything or weld to the jackhammer, as I actually plan to give this back to the construction site once I'm done. So I got a piece of wood and made a hole in it, and then put a clamp underneath and a heap of duct tape and kept wrapping it around until I created this horrible mess. And I fixed it. And that's done. So now I just need to turn this terrifying thing on. and it broke all of my welds. And I could re-weld it, but there was absolutely no jumping happening, and all it did was really hurt my wrists and ankles, which didn't even look funny on camera. 0 out of 10. Okay, the final suggestion comes from Hey Jack, who wants me to make solar panel glasses. And his intention here is to blind me by making me stare into the sun. Which I'm willing to do, as everyone knows there's nothing more entertaining than a blind person. Now, I could put half-transparent solar panels directly over the lens of the sunglasses, which would look more aesthetic but would be hard to do. So instead, I'm just going to 3D print some sunglasses with mounts on top, and then use these tiny solar panels, which I just took from the roof of this tiny house, which I'll mount on top. And I figure this will actually look pretty acceptable as sunglasses, as if people are willing to wear these, which make you look like a pedophile, I'm talking to you, Andrew, these don't look bad in comparison. And you know how I just said I'm going to 3D print these glasses? I forgot that I broke my 3D printer by shooting it a couple of videos ago. So instead I used my 2D printer and just printed these out. Then I cut down this piece of PVC pipe and straightened it with a heat gun, and then heated it again so I could mold it perfectly to the shape of the sunglasses. Then I got the tiniest drill bit I'm legally allowed to own and made a hole, and then watched this video on YouTube to see where I threw away those small screws at the beginning of the video. And stuck it all together. And a quick spray paint, and it's done. So, now let's say I'm standing in the sun, and I'm feeling a little too hot. Idiots would just move to the shade. But all I need to do is attach my little fan to the sunnies and then stare directly into the sun until the fan starts moving, cooling me down. It's also great for charging your phone. All I had to do was swap over to this charging port and then stare into the sun for 2 hours to get 1% charge extra on my phone.
Okay, ready? So I'm looking down, no charge. Watch what happens when I look up. Is it doing anything? Yeah, okay, it's making the thing now. Okay. This is just torture. This is horrible.
6 out of 10. Which means Ryan is the winner with the ceiling machete fan. Ryan, please send me your full name, address, and credit card details, including the CVV, to receive your prize. Thank you so much for watching. How you going? It's that time of year again, when one of
So, you better get to it quickly, because I only have one free vacation left. The first person gets it.
Here I am. I'm back. Awesome.
To France for life.
France! Roman! Car locks are supposed to keep thieves out of your car. But that doesn't stop millions of break-ins from happening every year.
Cannon, watch out. Believe it or not, you don't gotta smash a window to break into a car. You can go online right now and get a car breaking kit for less than $40.
So we bought a bunch of different tools that are used to gain entry to a vehicle without the key.
You even got this lock-picking lawyer, and it's supposedly we need to start a car. He's Job, I'm Jerry.
This is Donut.
Huge thanks to DraftKings for sponsoring today's video. Today I'm doing a DraftKings Sunday face because the NFL season is finally back, baby. I'm gonna be starting with this exciting deal from DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. You just lather that on. Don't be shy if you're a new customer because DraftKings is giving giving all new customers $200 in free bets when they place any $5 or more wager on the football team of their choosing. All right, perfect. Now let's follow that up with DraftKings same game parlays. Oh yeah, this is nice. When you're using the same game parlays, you can combine multiple bets from the same game to give yourself a shot at even bigger winnings all season long. Now, those are you in a state where sports betting isn't an option. Check out DraftKings Daily Fantasy. It's where they're innovating even more ways to win some cash this NFL season. Okay, guys, so this is the final look. And as you can see, DraftKings has been around for a while. So you know your funds are safe and can be withdrawn whenever, wherever you want. So go download DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers can use promo code DONUT to receive $200 in free bets instantly when placing a $5 wager. That's promo code DONUT only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Up first, we've got some of the most common and best tools for getting into a car. We've got an air wedge. We got this off Lockpicking Lawyer's website, and it's basically just a bladder with a hand pump that fills with air, and you stick that between the door and the body of the car to open it up, to give you room to get your into the car.
Well, this
like
is really fun
and then we use this just to
when
hit the
I
lock
hear
button or
that
to try to
sometimes
open the
it
door.
doesn't
I'm gonna
hit
give
my
you
ears when I do that
69
sometimes.
seconds.
So yeah.
Aaliyah, watch a TV show and turn it off.
What?
Watch your show.
3, 2, 1.
Oh no.
So you see it's just kind of prying that open as I pump the air in there. And now I've got a clear window.
Oh yeah, move it.
Oh, look at that.
What?
Look at that.
Okay, now the tricky part is just kind of seeing. I'm gonna hit the lock button.
Oh, nice. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Oh!
No. Pop that door. Whoa! All right. Well,
Come on, I'll start that cigarette now.
sure, there's still an alarm system, but yeah, it's pretty quick. Sometimes it's more difficult depending on the car. Like you might not have an electric lock button that you can get to.
Lock-picking lawyer, and it supposedly will even start a car. He's Job, I'm Jerry.
This is Donut.
Huge thanks to DraftKings for sponsoring today's video. Today I'm doing a DraftKings Sunday face because the NFL season is finally back, baby. I'm gonna be starting with this exciting deal from DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. You just lather that on. Don't be shy if you're a new customer because DraftKings is giving all new customers $200 in free bets when they place any $5 or more wager on the football team of their choosing. All right, perfect. Now let's follow that up with DraftKings same game parlays. Oh yeah, this is nice. When you're using the same game parlays, you can combine multiple bets from the same game to give yourself a shot at even bigger winnings all season long. Now, those are you in a state where sports betting isn't an option. Check out DraftKings Daily Fantasy. It's where they're innovating even more ways to win some cash this NFL season. Okay, guys, so this is the final look. And as you can see, DraftKings has been around for a while. So you know your funds are safe and can be withdrawn whenever, wherever you want. So go download DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers can use promo code DONUT to receive $200. DraftKings.
And best tools for getting into a car. We've got an air wedge. We got this off Lockpicking Lawyer's website. It's basically just a bladder with a hand pump that fills with air. And you stick that between the door and the body of the car to open it up, to give you room to get your tool into the car, like this. And then we use this just to hit the lock button or to try to open the door handle.
I'm gonna give you 69 seconds.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
So you see it's just kind of prying that open as I pump the air in there. And now I've got a clear window.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Okay, now the tricky part is just kind of seeing. I'm gonna hit the lock button.
Oh, nice. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Oh!
Woo-hoo-hoo! Pop that door. Oh, all right. Well, sure, there's still an alarm system, but yeah, it's pretty quick. Sometimes it's more difficult depending on the car. Like you might not have an electric lock button that you can get to. You might not have a lock that you can pull up on. So sometimes you have to do something different. But if you have a car that this method works for, it's definitely the easiest way to do it. Pass or fail?
Pass.
Big time pass.
Next tool on our list is a Slim Jim, also
AKA
called
Slender James or a Skinny Jimmy.
It's a piece of metal that is easily bendable with 2 little hooks on the bottom. Now, when you go to actually lock your car, you have a rod down here that is actually putting a lock to the inside where the door jamb is. So what a Slim Jim does is it goes in between your weather seal and tries to hook this rod itself and pull up on it.
Which is kind of tough because, you know, normally you'd have a door panel here. It's not like you can see all this. So it's got to be a little bit trickier than the last thing, but I think we could do it. So we're going to have to blindfold you, Gerald.
I accept the challenge.
You're going to be sliding down in there, and the goal is to get that thing over to here. He's already seen the insides of this door, so he's still totally cheating.
Yeah,
That's
no,
not it.
That's not it, huh? Let me get off it. Uh-oh, can I get another Slim Jim in here?
Oh, you're getting closer. Well, you're touching it. You're flirting with it.
Come on, that's gotta be it right there.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Were you f***ing with me?
Well, even though that took you a little while, it was only 5 or 6 minutes, which...
5 or 6 minutes?
10, 15 minutes maybe, I don't know. Well, let's go see how you fare on a car that you've never seen the insides of. Back to Kanan's locked 4Runner.
I'm gonna put a little wedge in here just to give me a little bit more space. Wedged her. Okay, here we go, you ready?
Jerry's never seen the inside of this door.
Yeah, so I'm hitting something because I can see this thing wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. I think what I need is a little bit more bend in my stick.
Yeah, maybe.
More.
2 minutes.
All right, you see that right there? You see it wiggle?
Yeah, it is. You seem to be touching the rod.
This is way harder than a bag, I can tell you that.
If you're thieving, dude, you'd be busted by now. Actually, I don't know. You look like you're so bad at it that nobody would think you're a thief.
Hey, you need a hand getting in your car?
Jared fiddled around with the Slim Jim for like a solid 15 minutes, all the while claiming that he almost had it.
I feel it. I'm like right there, I feel.
But I wasn't buying it, so I jumped in. Can I try?
I want you to try, Joby.
Okay. I've never Slim Jimmed anything before. I'm interested.
Nothing to see here, people. He's just trying to get into his own car. We're not thieves. Just can't hook it.
Turns out it's actually pretty tough.
5 minutes is up.
I even gave Kanan a shot, and he couldn't do it either. But eventually, probably by sheer luck, to be honest, I started to make some headway.
Oh my God, I'm like, oh, it worked. It just did it slow. Kind of underwhelming. I didn't think I got it at first.
Yeah, Skinny Jimmy's not quite as easy to use as the old air wedge and poker stick, but we got into the car, and that's better than being locked out of your car for the rest of your life.
Right.
Oops. Well. Okay, so next up we have this hook-looking tool. This also came in the kit, and I gotta say, this seems like it's gonna be the most difficult to use yet.
This one would be most likely to get caught up and then live in your door forever. Yeah, so you gotta go down from the outside, come up here, inside the door panel, and then use this side to either
push a button or whatever you can do.
Yeah, make it tighter.
Come on, puppy.
There we go. Oh, you're bending the shit out of that thing. It's like watching a kid try to put a triangle piece in the circle slot.
Hey, I know how to do that game.
Hey!
Maybe I could bend this.
Hey, you can't fit your hand in here. This is gonna be impossible to do on a car where we can't see what we're doing.
Yeah.
So let's just go give it a shot.
Nothing has stopped us yet, Jerry.
We gotta get this out first, so.
Yeah. Here we are at the prized possession of the Donut Fleet, the Cabrio. This is gonna be tricky.
This thing might live in here forever.
We're gonna try to probably go for the door handle, I guess. Already stuck. Like fully stuck.
Hey!
It's funny, I've got the, you can see I'm coming up there, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it to actually pop up and out. Oh, we're so close.
Imagine you call us and we're the lock guys that show up.
Come on, I'm so close to getting it to pop up.
There you go. Nice.
I'm still probably not gonna be able to do anything. Oh, I'm in the right spot, Jerry. If this thing has the stiffness to turn the handle, then we're home free.
Come on! What the hell? Come on. Oh, dude, you're right there.
Well, I think it popped, but I don't think that unlocked it.
No.
Well, if this thing has the stiffness to turn the handle, then we're home free.
With this car, just because you pull the handle, it won't unlock it. This is the clunkiest tool by far. Pass or fail, Joe?
I gotta go fail.
So far, we've only been looking at ways to bypass locks. But what if you want to actually pick a lock? This is a tumbler style lock. This is the entryway into the world of picking locks. You have little pins right here that sit on springs, and those springs are pushing down on those pins. The ridges on those keys push up on those pins.
Yep. Find the gap so the tumbler can turn.
And then you can open the lock. So that's really all good and all. Unfortunately, car locks don't use that type of system.
That's what I hear.
They use a system called a wafer system, which is what we have here. So, so instead of using pins to stop the lock plug from rotating, wafer locks use tiny metal gates that move up or down to get out of the way. That's why car keys have identical cuts on both sides.
Yeah.
That's two-sided. So you
gotta be tougher to pick.
Gotta be tougher to pick. But there are some ways which you can do that. One of the cheapest ways to do that is with a set of tryout keys. Each key is built for specific manufacturer.
Now the idea here is that the wafers inside the lock cylinder, over time they get worn out. The tolerances get a little bit loose, and so these tryout keys just claim to be close enough to get it to work.
This is a GM car.
Yeah.
No way this works. Doesn't work. Let's try another vehicle. No. Doesn't work. That doesn't work either. Tryout keys?
Yeah, we tried them out.
They did not work in
No,
our
they didn't.
case. Coming down to our final method, and that
What's
is leashes. Now, this thing has a little lever here that you can use to manipulate the wafers inside the lock. These numbers here, they let you keep track of the position and height of the lever as you go, so you can keep track of the wafers. And that's because this wasn't designed for sealing cars. It's a tool for locksmiths so they can figure out how to cut a new key for some car if the original one has been lost.
So yeah, this could start a car as long as it doesn't have a chip in the key.
We have a couple cars here that don't have chips. So maybe we go try to start a car or two. That fits in nice. All right, I'm gonna get down. Okay, I'm not feeling anything. Oh, there we go.
What does it feel like when it works?
Well, you get a little spring back. So right here I don't have anything, but then like, you hear that?
I do hear that.
Now I'm on one. I can feel the springs kind of.
You can tell he's trying hard by how slow he's talking.
This one right here is being a little There we go.
No, Jerry!
Nice. If I can do it in the door, that means I can do it in the ignition.
Which won't start it in this car.
Oh, it won't? Well, how about we go try to find a car that doesn't have this fancy...
I have just the car.
What car?
The van.
Let's go. All right, Joby. So our merch van here, it doesn't have a fancy electronic system, so you should be able to get into this and start it.
Woohoo! Okay, I'm just working my way down the grid here and trying to feel for some tension and pop over when I do, like that. What am I missing? Why is this not opening yet?
I'm not quite sure.
Come on in. 5, got it.
Come on, Jerry. Got some binding on 8.
Things you can't have.
You hear them all click over? That's so annoying.
Jerry and I both fiddled with this thing for a while, trying everything we could possibly think of. But no matter how hard we tried, no matter how much we struggled, we just couldn't get the door to open. So eventually we decided to unlock the car the old-fashioned way with the key so we could try out the leashy in the ignition.
Can you close the door so I don't have to hear that? Just... Okay, so I gotta go up this time. Gonna start this sucker.
Oh, I like our hardware choice here.
Okay.
What? That was so quick. That was so quick.
I know. That
How'd you get so much better?
That's probably more worn in.
That gets used all the time, every time you start the thing.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video and everything else at Donut. Follow Zach at Zach Joe. Follow me at Jeremiah Burton. Follow Donut at Donut Media. Until next week.
What?
60 years, and will continue to burn for another 250 more. The fires are not above ground, mind you, but are instead burning through the unmined coal veins beneath the town, causing sinkholes and poisonous gas that has laid waste to the town above. Now, the streets are all but empty, though they are occasionally smoke-filled, and little remains to indicate where homes once stood. It can be a lonely place, which is why it's no surprise that this is the real-life inspiration for the video game and film franchise Silent Hill. When we explore a western ghost town, most of them were short-lived boom towns that flashed in their response. A man named Robert Morris, a veteran of the American Revolution and a signer of the Declaration of Independence. Robert went bankrupt and lost the land before he could do anything with it, but the first development of the land began around 1810, when the Reading Road, and there were 8 of these total. This forced the town of Centralia to set up a new dump site. An old pit mine from the 1930s by Oddfellows Cemetery was selected, and that's where we're standing right now. Trash was dumped into the pit mine 50 feet down, and all the illegal dump sites across the town were collected and dumped in as well. Memorial Day 1962 came around, and it was time for the fire department to burn the trash. They set up a controlled burn on the morning of May 27th, and then they extinguished the flames that night. 2 days later, the flames returned. The fire department doused it. A week later, the flames returned. The fire department doused it, and then again, and they doused it. So something was going on. The flames kept returning. So crews were brought in to then churn up the trash so that they could douse the lower levels and get anything that was smoldering below. And that's when they realized an even greater problem. There was a hole in the wall of the pit mine that gave access for the flames to an old vein of coal. So now coal under the town and the old mines dating back to the 1850s were now on fire. On August 6th, a full 2.5 months after the ignition of the fire, a meeting was held to discuss how the fire would be handled. The origins of the fire, having been started by controlled burning by the municipal government, was concealed down. After nearly 4 years of red tape and paperwork, approval was finally given to dig a large trench to contain the fire, but it was too little, too late. The fire had already spread 225 feet below the ground, and the project was abandoned. It would be another 2 years before the state would make another attempt. Residents began suffering from the effects of the fire, falling ill and lowering the quality of their lives. In 1969, the state began constructing another barrier out of fly ash, which came with its own health problems but was seen as the lesser of two evils. This would take 5 years to complete, and 2 years into the project, it was already seen that it would fail, as the barrier began collapsing and the fire was discovered beyond the containment zone. Nevertheless, the state decided to still spend money on completing. Inspectors came to Centralia to inspect in person to see if more action was needed. They came to see if they could find an immediate sign of danger, and their timing was perfect because they found it right here between Locust Street and Apple Alley over here. A 12-year-old boy named Todd Domboski was playing in his grandmother's backyard when he saw smoke rising from the ground. He went over to investigate, and the ground collapsed beneath him. Wafts of poison gas and tremendous heat kept shooting past him, and the ground collapsed even further. He held onto a tree root to keep from falling deeper into the hole as bursts of up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit went past him. Finally, his cousin was able to pull him out of the hole to safety. It's said that that sinkhole was possibly up to 150 feet deep. It formed by fires burning out the underground coal and creating unsupported voids beneath the town. As gas and heat compromised the solidity of the ground above, some of these voids collapsed. Todd was safe, but Centralia most certainly wasn't. The state of Pennsylvania approved a $42 million fund to buy the Centralia homes and help them relocate. But the way it was handled, however, made some of the residents want to stay even more.
The appraiser placed our house at $43,000, but the government offered us $17,000. If we did not accept the offer to move, should they take our neighbor on our other side they would never come back and give us a second chance. In other words, it was a take it or leave it situation. If we didn't accept it the first time, we would be stuck there, and they would take everyone alongside of us and leave us there.
It's worth $36,000, but we were offered $11,000 for it. They took off depreciation for this and that, and you ended up with that, and you took it or you stayed there. And we definitely couldn't stay.
In 1992, Governor Bob Casey claimed the remaining properties in Centralia by eminent domain, but evictions were put on hold by the next governor, Governor Tom Ridge. Centralia still lost its post office in 2002. Years later, in 2009, Governor Ed Rendell began evicting people once again. Legal battles ensued, and the state reached an agreement that some residents can continue living in Centralia, but their homes would go to the state when they die. At the time of filming this in 2022, there are 5 residents who still call
The Dragon Isles have
Centralia home. I wanted to interview at least one of them, but this might sound silly, but I didn't want to disturb them. Tourists come through here every few minutes, snapping photos and taking footage. Honestly, not too different from what I was doing. And I didn't want them to feel like they were some spectacle. They deserve some peace and quiet, and that's scarce in Centralia, despite the lack of residents. The Centralia Fire Station still serves the nearby communities, but the only public building still in service in the town is the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary Ukrainian Catholic Church, sitting atop the hill overlooking the abandoned town site. It's surrounded by a handful of houses, and was allowed to stay only because it didn't sit atop the burning coal veins. It still holds Sunday services.
Hey guys, what is up? Aoki here, bringing you the brand new Season 13, the big baddie, no counterplay, and then when you got the soul, it basically brought you back like a Scion passive. You kind of got to like live again. Super broken, very unpopular. They took it out like pretty much within 1 month. It was gone. So it's back, and it's got a brand new, it's got a very similar look, if not the exact same look. So it looks the same, but it plays totally different. So now it changes the map. So each time you slay a Kimtech Drake, your team will receive a buff that gives of the map. It seems a lot cooler, actually. So the new Kimtech Drake brings it with it in X. So we've kind of seen like, I imagine a lot of really cool jungle pathing and like playmaking with this. Twice as far as a really long way. So you can literally like blast from where Fizz is on the map into bot lane. So like just imagine like getting ganked by a 3-man just like falling out of the sky. Absolutely crazy to think about. The stem fruits, the honey fruits will no longer slow you, which is actually like always a bit of like strategy added to the fruits, because if someone is chasing you, you can pop the fruits, make them run through that, or pick them up by yourself, get a little bit of help, and maybe fight back. So they will no longer slow you, just instantly run through all of them, and will additionally give you a small bonus shield that, to my understanding, does not go away. So you can just come into your next fight after getting the juicy fruits at a massive, massive advantage. And it also gives you a reason to pick them up if you're already full health, because it'll give you a shield. The Stalker's Bloom, this plant will grant move speed in the direction they get this map. Fire starter. So let's see what these things actually do. They are called Avatar Smites. The traditional jungle items have been replaced with new companions that will evolve as the game progresses. And as you can see, he starts out really cute, and then it gets a little bigger. And I'm wondering, I'm pretty sure this is obviously aping Pokemon. I'm wondering if there's going to be an additional 3rd evolution. Because, you know, you got like Charizard, Charmander, Charizard. Or, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, God. You can progress their evolution by giving them treats, which are acquired by killing champions, monsters, and slowly over time. That's just too funny. I'm wondering if it's going to be an actual item that goes into your inventory, and then you give them a literal treat. Riot, you're look at these things. Riot's option provides slow and extra damage. So we got Salamander, Fox, and Cat. Very interesting. Very interesting. This honestly is one of the changes that I think is geared towards getting people to want to play jungle, because even as a support player, I'm looking at these things. You know, jungle is an incredibly powerful role, but it's also one that is so inaccessible that not a lot of people enjoy playing it, because let's say you get autofilled in jungle one time and you're just completely lost. They're doing a lot of changes to kind of remove that barrier of entry. And, you know, we've got the Avatar Smites, we've got the Camp Patience rework, and then we've got a couple of other things coming up that I'm pretty excited about. We've got a shorter leash range. The leashing range for all camps has been reduced, which will eliminate the ability to clear 2 camps at once. This is going to totally change the jungle meta. This is going to totally change which champions are strong, which players are strong. Jungle players, think about this. And then Gromp, and then Crab, and then Gank, you know what I mean? Something that is important to say about these is that this is only let's figure out. It's not non-dated callouts. Actually really insane the amount of communication that you can get done with all these pings. We've got a retreat. What I interpret that to be is like, going forward, I was really excited and thinking that maybe season 13 is the year that they finally implement voice comms so that we can actually communicate with our teammates like on a good level. Because like, this is a really well developed ping wheel, but like all of this is conducive to communicating with your team. You know, we're playing the most popular competitive esport of all time that needs comms. Why don't we just have voice comms? But whatever. New ping wheel, pretty cool. Objective planning. This is also really, really cool. This is the one that I'm most excited about. Riot says we're adding a new feature to better allow teams to coordinate around objectives. Simply ping an alive or soon to be alive objective, and a voting prompt will appear for all allied players asking them to vote whether or not they want to take or give up an objective. This is so freaking cool. Because this is like smaller quality of life, visual clarity sort of thing. Whenever someone solo queue is voice comms, but whatever. Really sure what this means. There's a ward here. Ping or attack an enemy ward you have vision of. A persistent tracker will mark that location until the ward dies and expires. This will literally like put a huge flashing alert on it and be like, for the gold, the mid lane minion gold will now be reduced. All X. And then at Armor and Magic Resist. So these are for the types of champions that want to get like just a disgusting amount of resistances and health. New item. You and your allies within 1200 range, and that's pretty good for increase by up to target. Now, a little bit of clarity as to why they're changing these items. Riot said they didn't like that all of their tank items were basically just Sunfire Cape. They have that, you know, immolate passive on them. So now they're all unique. Iceborne Gauntlet has the Spellblade on it, of course, and that's pretty much it. Goliath's Ascendancy. Goliath's Ascendiary. A new mythic item. This will be optimal for scaling into a massive tank. Like I said, these are all for tanks. Colossal Consumption. Charge up a powerful attack against a champion over 3 seconds while within 600 range of them. The charged attack drains the target, dealing 100 equal to 15%. It's a returning item. This will be optimal for battle mages and AP tanks. It is going to be a mythic. We all know what Rod of Ages does, but basically if you don't, you buy it as early as you can get it, and then it stacks up for, over time, and you kind of just like scale. Sunfire Aegis, which is, like I said, Riot said they didn't like that all their items were pretty much just turning into Sunfire Cape. So they changed Sunfire Cape. They downgraded it from a mythic item. This will be optimal for extended combat situations and wave clearing. And yeah, it's no longer a mythic, so you can buy it in addition to all of these broken mythics. Are not even, but the remove. Like, Spear of Shojin is on the same level of people hated this item as much as like the Kimtech Drake. This is just like the unhealthiest item ever. Literally, Rivens were first building it and just having literally no cooldowns. You can pop it on pretty much any champion, and you could, like, for instance, like Leona Top was building Spear of Shojin and just like perma-CCing people. They are reintroducing this item as a chase ability, haste legendary for light fighters and assassins. And again, they said that they want this to be still built on pretty much the same champions, but it's going to be more of a capstone item. So this is going to be like, if you have a really fed Riven, she's going to build a Spear of Shojin. But if you have an unfed Riven, she's probably not going to build it. Ravenous Hydra is an updated item, making it a better item for dedicated split pushers. So you can read the stats there. And then loadout recommendations. This is just kind of like another nice touch for new players. They're gonna have basically like these pre-built rune pages for every champion, and it's also going to kind of explain why these are good runes for it. I'm all for that. One of the most common questions I get is like, yo, could you show me your runes? Yo, why do you go those runes? So Riot is really giving a lot of kind of training wheels and like nice things to new players to help them understand the game. Because again, we're 13 years into this game. It is so vast and complicated that like it takes literal years to even like almost learn the basics. So anything that like is going to assist new players in getting more into the game and understanding the game at a greater level, I'm all for. It's not for me. I don't care. I know how to make my own rune pages, but it's it's a good thing for new players.
Don't tell me fucking no.
Champion ability recommendations. So they are going to be looking at statistics and win rates as to like what everyone is maxing and what is best. And again, this is not going to be always optimal. This is just going to be like the most popular build path. So for instance, you're playing Leona for the first time, and you think, oh, this champion stuns a lot, I should max her Q, because that's her stun. Well, that is statistically incorrect. Nobody maxes Q. It is way, way, way better to max W. So now the W key will be highlighted as we see here for Echo. It's going to do that all throughout the game as far as I understand. It's just going to be saying like, hey, most people are maxing W, Q. So it'll highlight what level you should do, what ability you should level up. Again, nice thing for new players. And that concludes all of the changes for Season 13. I'd love to know what you guys are excited about, what you guys are kind of dreading. I'm a little hesitant about some of the item changes and the Kimtech Drake coming back, but I'm really excited about getting into preseason and showing off all these changes on the PvE when it hits right here. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Ioki. Link will be down in the description. Can't wait to hear all your guys' thoughts. And again, thank you to Riot for this opportunity to bring to you guys Season 13. It's going to be a banger. Peace.
The Dragon Isles have awakened and beckon the dragonflights home. The future will unfold as it was meant to. Open your mind to what is yet to come. Events are unfolding that imperil us all. The threat is greater than you know, young one. We must join forces and strike now. You balance.
Come on, back up.
We should push the buttons together to be safe.
Alright everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're playing some Nasus in the mid lane and we're running Conqueror. I may get a Death Stance too. It's not a lifesteal item, but if I kill somebody I heal a ton, so. Plus there's not enough lifesteal items for me to build a full inventory of them. Oh, I should have got the tier, but you know what? We don't need the mana quite yet. Oh, I just slowed and go off. Goodbye, Echo. Wait a second. At least Zed didn't get anything. I mean, essentially, I should be able to get enough lifesteal that he could just keep poking me, and I'll just heal it all back. But he definitely doesn't like me farming. Oh my god. When I'm level 6, I can just ult and all in him now. And then the Conqueror stacks up and we get more healing too. Nice, we dodged that. This guy's very annoying. And he doesn't use mana either, so he can just keep spamming all his poke. He's not pushing anymore. I'll just reset. I'll go get that tier I wanted.
What?
Alright. I've never wanted to kill somebody so bad, but this Zed needs to die again. He is the definition of annoying assassin player.
Today, someone sneaky pranked.
Why can't you just let me have a nice...
Hello. What time do you get off again? Hello. Babe. Hello.
Oh.
Yeah, what time do you get off?
I told you 1:45.
Okay. Well, I forgot.
Oh, 1:45, I'm leaving.
Alright, bye, love.
Alright, bye, love.
Who called you? Nano Mommy. Nano Mommy. Nano Mommy.
It's not time to go there yet.
It's alright, it's so sad.
Sing farm lane, buddy.
Not yet. Soon.
What? Oh, I hate April Fools.
The Dragon Isles have awakened.
Hey guys, what is up? Ioki here. Come on, Jin. Come on, Jin. Oh, she had the freaking spell shield. One more? Always really frustrating, like when you get like turbo camped like this, and then somehow other parts of the map still lose. Alright, Lee Sin has to have top camps up though, so I don't think he can come bot.
I hate April Fools.
But I've been, I've been surprised before. Beautiful, beautiful. We got camped and we're still winning, baby. This is unreal. Yeah, 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 yeah. What's up, baby? What's up? Camp the Lux. Guys, if you have not already liked the video for that, come on. We are getting Omega camped out here and we just big brained him. We have a huge... What? Come on, Fiora. Come on, Fiora. She loses that hard.
Plus, Mama's asleep. There's no way it can be her.
What's up, baby? What's up, baby?
Alright, you guys can think what you want, but I am after one person.
Lee Sin's coming down. Don't think it matters, though.
I don't care what he says. We're getting him back.
I got just the thing.
Beautiful. Oh, it sucks, man. I blocked the freaking Q for him. Well, he is mad about what happened, apparently. Dang, we could have played that better. But, man, he... Solo kills is really, really good. Nico's coming down.
Is that...
Well, I guess we're about to find out. Hey, Dad, come here. We want to show you something.
Oh, you guys, this better be good.
Nice. Got a sat for Nico that she doesn't get anything, but... Still good. Get a ward out for Lee Sin. Holy Sun's top. We got plates here.
My nose sway.
Q landed. We actually just 100 to 0 this Ash.
Extra one. I still hold this. Spread it out.
Bummer, I could have blocked that. I think it's really important in games like this, like where your team's like maybe not playing the best that they could be, to just remember that you are also making mistakes, and like to just continuously like keep calling yourself out on these mistakes as well.
What? Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I sneezed. I must be allergic to these flowers.
Beautiful there, man. Oh my god. Okay, we are like farming this bot lane, bro. We're farming them. I want to win this game. Guys, you're making it really hard though. Alright, we got Shirelius when we go back. I could alter again. Just leave her with no health, alright. I think it's kind of one of the nice things about Lux is you really don't need to build like a literal just one-shot build to kind of like one-shot people. You've got a lot of damage built into like your passive and your AP ratios and your runes. Oh my god, 60 CS? She's down that bad? This is not real, bro. This is not real, man. We're playing 4v2 down here.
I'm not sorry.
Oh my god, what are they doing? Shirelius him. Oh, don't tell me we can't kill this guy. No way, man. We actually can't kill that guy? Oh my god. What is this, man?
Cold enough.
Woo, baby. Yo, Jin said, hee hee hee, Jin on the run. Jin on the run indeed. I might just get dove without me, but... Alright, so our second item is going to be Horizon Focus. He also goes Redemption sometimes, but our full build is going to be Shirelia's, Horizon Focus, Redemption Zonia's. And then our boots and support item. Oh. Okay, I imagine we're probably getting dove here soon. Deer going... Okay, I do not think you should be going in APU Deer get build. Okay, that's down.
Get her this time. I ain't gonna get her this time.
I don't think we can kill. He's just too fed, man. He's level 11. Well, the good news is I don't think he can kill us either, so we have that going for us. Oh my god, man. Let's just focus on getting the
Dad, that was so messed up.
What has mom ever done to you?
Yeah, we really need like a more tanky Udyr to stand in front of us here.
That's right.
Oh, this guy's getting dove again.
Innocent.
The Dragon Isles have awakened.
Guys, focus up. We can win. My whole team's like flaming. Dude, what is this? It's actually another 4-man bot, bro.
Aaliyah. Out. If I gotta tell you to get the fuck out of the bathroom one more time, I'm gonna fuck sit you in the fucking corner. Stay the fuck out.
What is this, man? What is going on? Okay, it's a 1-for-1. Here we go. Alright. So we're going to be building like one relatively high damage item. But other than that, we're going to go into Redemption. Yo, I don't even know how to like commentate this game. This is actually so insane. This is easily one of the weirdest, most frustrating games I've had in a while. I just don't know why my Udyr decided to go tank. That's really, or decided to go AP. Really is quite unfortunate. And, like, all we really need from him is like someone to like stand right there, get in front line, you know. There we go, baby. There we go.
And that's what happened to me, Melee, when
There
I
we
was
go.
younger and got this terrible family curse.
Double kill.
I'm so sorry.
They're all dead.
Are you saying I'm gonna lose all my friends?
Hmm.
Yeah, Melee, if you don't learn to control it, you
Hmm.
will.
This is a terrible power to have.
Yeah, it is.
I'll do Charlie. I'll pick.
It's gonna be kind of hard for us because like I can't really walk into our jungle to ward for anything.
And Mara. Elena. I guess I got Melee.
It's okay, Melee. It's alright to get picked.
Try to be with this guy. That was Sivir's flash.
Come on.
Melee, pass it.
What? Our Nico died solo to their Sivir? She's 2 and 8. Alright, got another kill in the Mundo. Not bad, not bad. I actually just really like the value that you get out of Shurelys in team fights like that. Like, I'm proccing like 3 times every W. So I proc it for myself, proc it for, you know, Jhin, proc it for Fiora. But they might try to do like an early Baron, actually. If you go over... No. Don't.
This is so boring. Alright, Charlie, you better get off for this one. Wait, Melee.
I just don't know what he wants me to do, man. Like, very, very strange. At least he went Sunfire Aegis though. That's pretty nice. He actually is getting tanky.
Why am I doing so terrible?
Top Horizon. This might be good for us if they like try to dive. Unless they just literally one shot like instantly.
She gets mad too easy. Yeah.
Nice. Got 2 points into my R now.
I guess Mom was right. You really do lose friends with this curse.
Oh! Oh, Lee Sin flashed out. We still get him? No. Man, this Lee Sin, bro. Okay. Well, I mean, we are doing a one-shot build, but like, oh my god, I did like actually nothing down there. There's no MR either. Alright, I have full item. That's a really good turn that we had there, guys. Oh my god. Fiora. I really need to reset here. Okay. the shield on both of them. Hopefully helps it run away. Help them run away. Shirelia's. Nice. 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 Can we Baron? Or is it, wait, it actually might just be like a run to Baron angle. I'm fine if we don't, but like, you know, realistically, it might actually have been. All right, next item, we're gonna be going Redemption. Bad ulti. Okay, it's Lee Sin kick. I'm just proccing Shirelia's on like literally everyone. Huh? I'm out of mana. Sandra's split pushing too. Oh my god. Run, bro, just get out of his Q range. He gets the kick again? Rooted? Come on. There we go, baby. Raid boss down, raid boss down. It's just Sivir coming now. Sivir? You good, bro? Shield?
This curse can be a blessing if you learn to use it right.
My mom says it's terrible, and it's been pretty terrible for me.
Oh my god, we are outplaying them so hard right now, man. Good job, guys. I've been low health all fight. Dude, I was low health and low mana. Okay, I've procced Shirelia 65 times, and no lie, the build is kind of carrying us. Now, I forgot to do the distribute your rank points equally thing that I said I was going to do. But hopefully, just by watching this game, you can understand why. It's been a very, very chaotic game. Oh, we're starting to come ahead in it. We're landing some freaking crazy Qs. This.
I told her not to use it.
Okay, where is Lee Sin?
She doesn't need to be afraid of it. She can learn to use her powers for good.
There is Mundo.
Hey, Charlie! It's too high up there! Get down! You're gonna get hurt! Evan, I think I went too high. Well, now we don't know what to do. Bailey! I need your help! Charlie is
I messed up my flash.
I'm coming!
Oh, tell me we like don't lose the game off of that, man.
Charlie, just talk to me!
That's kind of funny. He kicked her into that. Oh no, at least get one. Okay, Ashe is dead. Maybe. Come on, Udyr. Oh man. Dude, I messed up my flash. This Lee Sin just came out of nowhere. That sucks. I don't think we lose the game for that, but come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. There we go. I'm up in 5. Yo! Team doing big things.
What's going on up here?
Oh my god. Huge, huge, huge. But she just used her E thing. Ooh, the Fiora won't come back, baby. Alright, I just need to position in a way that I pretty much am just a shield bot. I'm down for Baron. I'm down for Baron. Ben gets his IE. I don't get one shot by Lysandra here, and it should be good.
I'm sorry. Are you mad?
You've taught me something, Mealy. You've taught me to not fear who I really am.
Yeah, you always said to be yourself and be happy with who you are.
You're right. You showed me to turn what I thought was a curse into a power for good.
Okay. Not Baron now, but we got Lysandra's flash. That's pretty good.
Be happy with who you are. I had a dream that I was in the movie turning red.
We don't do Baron now.
Dream came true.
Oh. Okay.
I'm not crazy about fighting this, guys. Dodging his cues. Blue's in it. Gonna make contesting this next dragon kind of hard, but whatever.
Yes, they are. I just saw in the mirror. They're red. You are crazy. Riley, let me in. Riley, I'm seeing red.
Melee, let me tell you what happens to us when we get older.
Jin's a lot, dude. I mean, Udir's just forcing us into these fights, man. It's so hard, like... Come on, Fiora. Come on, Fiora. You're level 16. You're level 16. Oh, man. Udir just funneled us into that, man. Here. We just need, like, a little bit of peel. Peel Lee and Mundo off us. We win. Like, 90% sure. We can still win fights. But, like, Lee Sin, Mundo, Sandra are just all diving. Dude, we are flash stunning that. We're flash stunning that, bro. Like, be real, man.
Whoa, that is really far. Too easy. Well, I know I can jump farther. Let's see what else I can do.
I can't take it anymore, Mr. Nibbles. It's always, yo, Death, buff my armor. Hey, Death Knight, get yourself sacrificed.
Let's do a snowball melee. Yeah, let's do it.
Oh my god.
Oh, big man, throwing snowballs at your little sister.
What are you gonna do about it? Come on, Melee, fight back.
What? You can't park your car here, ma'am.
Are you blind?
Ma'am, move your car.
What the hell? He's some kind of
Yes, Melee, I'm having help. Melee, please.
Tylen's turn.
你说你是我最美的花，我也曾最爱你的长发。
Hello, boss. Yeah, Michael. I have a problem. Yes. Yes.
Oh my god!
caminhão tomba na serra. Olha só. Aí, ó, tombou. Tombou.
Alright, let's do it anyway. He obviously didn't see that bloke.
Jag är bil. بس قرضك هاي داش يا نون يا بقول دوش شغي شو بيه شو bie säger med moe att han ska gå i kadar ja ivan on jopa i döda kör autobusen ballonbox
It's about as close of a call as you can get. A brake check during rush hour sent a driver...
12 seconds later.
Randy 2856, 2586.
Medics.
Ja, bien.
What'd you say? I didn't hear what you just said. What did you just say?
You don't look very smart. What is wrong with this guy? Guys, I need help. I am so overwhelmed right now that I cannot do everything on my own. I can't do everything by myself. You need to help. You need to help. I don't want to help you. I don't even know how I'm here. I don't want to do anything. I don't care if you don't care about anything. You need to help me. And you... just don't get in the way, please. Guys, I am going crazy. I'm starting to lose my hair.
I am a turnpike worker.
I am a road hazard.
I am a human life.
Every day I go to work. I know I am risking my life.
I know that in
Adventureland's raging river disaster. A birthday celebration turned deadly on July 3rd, 2021, when 11-year-old Michael Jaramillo drowned on the raging river ride at Iowa's Adventureland amusement park. The family was there to celebrate his brother David's upcoming 16th birthday. Sadly, the rapids ride took a sudden turn as their raft capsized. Michael and his brother David couldn't release their seatbelt restraint, leaving them trapped and drowning as their parents shouted for help. Why did the 800-kilogram raft flip over? How was the emergency handled at the park? And what did the official investigation uncover? These are the questions I wanted to answer when I started my research.
Come on over to Adventureland. You're gonna have a fun filled
7:30 p.m. The Jaramillo family, David Sr., his wife Sabrina, and their young adult niece and 3 sons, ages 11, 14, and 15, boarded boat number 2 and began moving along the rapids on the ride. The family realized that their raft was slowly filling with water along the route. It then bumped into rocks placed along the ride designed to move the raft further along.
When it flipped over, all of us were trapped in seats and seatbelts. I see the silhouettes of my sons trying to grab each other, grab us. They wanted us to help them. We couldn't do it.
I will never get a chance to see him grow up.
David Sr. became trapped between the capsized raft and rocks. He broke his shoulder in a desperate attempt to escape and free his trapped sons. Then, adding to the chaos, the boat behind the Jaramillos came down the river and knocked into their upturned raft. It managed to pass, continuing to the end of the ride. Passengers jumped into the water when the next boat came past to help. They were quickly joined by workers preparing nearby fireworks who heard screaming and rushed to help. 7:30 p.m. A 911 call came into the Altoona Dispatch Center just outside of Des Moines, Iowa. The dispatcher struggled to understand the emergency over screaming voices.
911 address the emergency.
Hello, we're at Adventureland Park. There's been an accident on the yellow ride that we're on right now.
The caller was Emmanuel, seemingly unaware. Meanwhile, the 911 dispatch center managed to figure out Rico's location during the frantic call and immediately sent help. 7:45 p.m. Firemen, police, and ambulances arrived on the scene. They followed the prearranged protocol and went to the emergency entrance, a set of park gates designed for fast access during a crisis. The family later estimated that their sons were trapped underwater in the upside-down raft for around 10 minutes, unable to release their seatbelts to escape. Their youngest, Michael, died the following day as a result of the accident. Their middle son, August, suffered only minor scrapes and bruises. David Jr., the oldest of the 3, suffered from oxygen deprivation and spent a month on life support. Initially, he was placed in a medically induced coma. When he first regained consciousness, he could neither see nor speak. He has since regained his vision, speech, and is walking and eating gouges in the wooden weirs. As the air left the raft, it turned upside down on the ride's final curve, forcing the Jaramillo family into the water. The Jaramillo's boat was left with one of its bladders deflated and an exterior indentation on the outer rubber tube. The boats weighed 800 kilograms each and had a heavy metal plate on the bottom for stability. According to Guy Cook, an attorney representing Adventureland, the boats would not flip due to a single deflated bladder. He believes with the weight on the boats also evenly distributed, it would be extremely difficult for the massive raft to flip over, even if one of the bladders had deflated. The attorney boldly stated the ride is clearly safe and has run thousands of times over the past 40 years. Why didn't the water drain? The investigation confirmed that the ride operator did, in fact, hit the emergency stop button once they discovered the accident. This should have rapidly drained all the water on the course into the ride's 4.5 million liters reservoir. The ride is designed as one long downhill course surrounding the reservoir and terminating with an outlet into that retainer. Therefore, if the pumps are stopped, the force of gravity will drain the entire ride, allowing for safe maintenance or rescue operations. One theory discussed online is that the reservoir might have been overfilled at the time of the accident, likely from rainwater. As a result, water will gather in the ride, leaving a part of the course flooded. A 2009 aerial photograph of the ride shows the final stretch underwater while the pumps are turned off. You can see a yellow boat stranded in the same section where the Jaramillo's raft flipped over and got stuck. A Facebook post showed Raging River in this same overfilled condition 1 week before the accident. The inspection before the 2021 season was performed while the ride, including the reservoir, was fully drained. The inspector stated that the emergency stop and water draining system were not tested at that time. It would have been nearly impossible to recognize the risk of rafts riders globally. Since 1984, 21 accidents have been recorded, with 8 fatalities.
Let's check out my nose.
Bringing back a series called Red Flags for Men. Quick disclaimer, I understand that this can be applied to both men and women. However, the reason why I'm saying men is because I see a lot of girls making videos, you know, bringing awareness to, you know, narcissistic behaviors in men. But, you know, there's nothing for you guys. So, let's get it. The cell phone problem. Oh God, the cell phone. If she comes into the relationship expecting that she can just go through your phone whenever she wants, no, red flag. Men and women, you both have the right to your own privacy, and you have a right to have that privacy without somebody saying, oh, you're hiding something. No, that's just something that they say 9 times out of 10 to make you be like, oh, okay, don't fall for it. The reason why this is such a big red flag is because it shows that she hasn't dealt with any of her baggage. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't deal with what has hurt you, then you will bleed on those that never cut you. Thank you. Bringing back a series called Red Flags for Men. Quick disclaimer, I understand that this can be applied to both men and women. However, the reason...
Some super funny jokes on our family. Jazzy, hit pause. What's going on? I don't know. I can't move. We're frozen. I don't know how much longer my hand can hold. How could this even happen? I don't know. That was so weird. I know nothing like that have ever happened to me before. I'm done with the monkey bars. Let's just go over to swings. Maylee, what's going on? I don't know. I don't get what's happening. This is so weird. Why are we stuck here? Do you have your phone? How long are we going to be stuck here like this? Maybe we should call Mom and Dad. This is so weird. Maybe we should just go home. I agree. If one more weird thing happens, we're out of here. That's a good idea. We should go play on the slide. Jazzy, make Riley go and fast forward. And make Maylee go in reverse. Riley fast forward. And Maylee rewind. It happened again. Let's get out of here. I was going in reverse and now I'm super dizzy. Surprise! Hey, Page Art Crew! We are playing the Pause from our Joke
here live at the Waterfront Village with my friend, the zombie, Jonathan. You're looking good. Jonathan just got an awesome face paint job. What do you think?
I like turtles.
All right, you're great, zombie. Good times here at the Waterfront Village. What did you think about the ride?
It was great. And apparently, I've never been on live television before, but apparently sometimes I don't watch the news because I'm a kid, and apparently Grandpa just gives me a remote after we watch the Powerball.
The Powerball.
Tell me about the ride. What did you think about the ride?
Well, it was great because apparently you're spinning around, and apparently every time you get dizzy, that's all you do is get dizzy.
Is it fun?
Yeah. And I've never ever been on live television. I never ever be on live television.
Are you excited?
Yeah, and apparently I only went down the super slide. When I went down the one, I was scared half to death. I just freak out.
Heard screaming. I meet my McDonald's. I come outside. I see this girl going nuts trying to get out of her house. So I go on the porch. I go on the porch, and she says, "Help me get out. I've been in here a long time." And like I say, my neighbor, you got some big testicles to pull this off, bro. Because we see this dude every day. I mean, every day.
How long have you lived here?
I've been here a year.
Okay.
You son coming from?
Right.
I barbecue with this dude. We eat ribs and whatnot, and listen to salsa music. You son coming from?
Yeah. And you had no indication that there was anything
Hey, bro, not a clue.
What was the reaction on the girls' faces? I can't imagine to see the sunlight, to be around people.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms. Something is wrong here. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Dead giveaway.
Thank you very much for your time. And
either she homeless or she got problems. That's the only reason why she run into a black man.
Charles, thank you for being there.
Man, them jokers was big. Size of a quarter, doggone.
Many said it sounded like nothing they've ever heard before.
He said, "Kapooyah, kapooyah!" And your boy, that hell just came in. I opened my door, and I looked out my door and started hitting me in my head. I took off running, ran to my restroom, and then I called my mama to see was she all right.
Folks were told to stay off roadways unless absolutely, positively necessary. But they still came out to places like the Circle K gas station.
I want a donut.
I didn't make anybody stay here until 7 a.m. or 11 or whenever it is everybody finally left. I didn't make this kid pass out on my floor. People wanted to be here. That was their decision.
Oh, bro, it's just like, dude, you get the best barrels ever, dude. Just like you pull in and you just get spit right out of them. And you just drop in and just smack the lip. Drop down. Snap, then after that, you just drop in, you just ride the barrel and get.
Guys, she looks amazing.
Do you hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh.
Okay, you can hear me.
Pitted, so pitted like that.
Surveillance tape is catching a routine morning at this gas station on Bannister until chaos erupts.
I was putting one more tap of coffee in my coffee cup, and out of the corner of my eyes, I saw
no gaming for fatals.
Gaming for fatals?
No gaming.
two guys come in, one with.
I gotta leave to go get my wife soon. Then we gotta take my son to the doctors. Doctors or dentist? I don't remember which one. I think it's doctors.
The black hoodie, one with a white hoodie.
Just
And
sort
the
of
guy with the
chilling.
black hoodie said, "We want your money, everybody up front and down." And I'm like, "Copy now." The guy in the black starts coming down, and I'm like, "Don't look, don't look, don't look." So I'm putting my hair down, you know, and he comes right to me and he goes, "Get down now." And I go, "Yep." And I just dropped to my knee, and I heard, "No." And I'm like, "Oh my God." So I back farther and farther away. And I said, maybe I should fail, but I don't. And so then I'm thinking, count to 2,000 again. So I did, and I go, "Mi amigos, mi amigos." Nobody said nothing. I'm like, "Oh my God, they're dead."
Can I ask you, if you won all the money, what would you do with it?
Bunch of hookers and cocaine.
That's not good. We were hoping for a different answer. That's probably not the answer that we're looking for.
trying to relax. You guys should probably just leave me alone.
Hey guys, I have an idea.
Did you really snatch an 86-year-old woman's purse?
She wants to hurt me. And the bitch don't even know me.
At 86 years old, Bernice Starnes is full of spunk. She's traveled the world, seen a lot, but never anything like this.
Brother, you can't put that in here.
Some of the women in prison beat her.
Why no gaming's for fatals?
I said I gotta leave soon.
For what?
I gotta get my wife soon. Then we gotta take my son to the doctor.
Oh, hell nah.
Ah,
What the
hell
hell
yeah.
is wrong with Jimmy now?
Jimmy? His name's Ethan.
It's Jimmy now.
Ethan. And then I got a job interview to go to. Even though I already have a job.
You already got a job. What the fuck?
Yeah, but I'd rather have this job because this job pays more.
They don't want you, Fatal.
I knew something was wrong. I knew something special about it. You know? So what did you do when you heard the intruder? I ran upstairs. I had to run.
Oh, they do not want you.
Where'd my lighter go? You know what I'm saying? I gotta find my lighter. Alright.
Watch this.
I had to get
Oh,
upstairs.
put it the fuck down.
So much rhythm. Doom, doom, doom.
What's going on?
I started to almost beatbox up in the closet. But I couldn't do it yet because I couldn't die. I got to do it tomorrow. So I'm just a little shook up. That's all that is.
I had it. Just had it.
I played a Tarkov raid earlier. This game is dead as dead.
Really, kid?
I'm with KHOU, just
You're
wondering
bad.
what is it like seeing
You
this?
got this fucking floor a fucking mess. Mom's gonna be fucking bitching. Corner. In the fucking corner.
Attention. All right, Dennis, thank you very much for joining us.
Corner. You need to stop making messes all the time, kid. Huh?
You have something to say. I can see you chomping at the bit there, young man. What's on your mind?
See how I'm actually cleaning my mess up? You don't.
You didn't see me on
You
TV
ever
that
hear
much?
me pick up all this dog food?
They probably had that Rod Hill guy on more than me. Did you notice that?
All the dog food that's on the floor, pick it up, put it in her dog food bowl.
And then go back and come out.
Lester Holt.
No, you're fine. You just got to clean up.
Was Lester Holt a part of this morning's coverage? Was
I usually see him more on the news than you.
But you're not getting the TV until all the dog food's picked up.
When
Every last little piece.
And what will it mean for the wider region? I think one of your children has just walked in. I mean, shifting sands in the region. Do you think relations with the North may change?
I would be surprised.
Where the fuck did my lighter go? Lighter go.
You just gotta skate fast and eat dust, Fatal. That's it.
Where? Okay, I'll take that one too. Thank you.
North Korea, South Korea.
If you don't skate fast and eat ass, then
Alright, so I don't advise this to walk across the middle of the
lucky for
street,
you.
but there's nobody coming. Hey, what's going on? You love this stuff. Huh?
I'm loving it.
Where you from?
Pennsylvania originally.
So finally got a little snow.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
I never got to see it when I was locked up earlier this year.
What's your name?
Paul Willis.
So you're out in the fresh air.
Yes, I am.
I love it. How much more do you want? A lot of snow?
Oh, no more.
No more snow. All right. Have you shoveled yet?
No.
Are you gonna shovel?
I'm not helping you clean it up.
Why?
You made the mess, you're cleaning it up. All of it. Yes, by yourself. Alright, I'm back.
Wait.
No, no, no.
My name is OIDDIIDIDIDID. Well, I need to know how to spell it. Well, you didn't know. I'm down here from Detroit, Michigan. I born and raised here. I lived here 33 years. I thought things might have changed, but I see it ain't changing no more.
Can I get you to spell your name for me, please?
Ramen that's healthy, wholesome, and jam-packed with life-sustaining protein. No, it's not magic.
What you gaming, Papo?
Hey, Turco.
I definitely don't know.
No, give me your best guess. I guess a country.
Tarkin.
What is the country again?
Give me a guess.
This is embarrassing. What is a country? What is a country? What is a country? Canada.
Yes. Do you know what time this is?
Daddy, do they have
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 245.
Yes. You know what country the Great Wall of China is in?
doing
country?
Yeah. If you had to guess.
Tinko, mommy.
Japanese.
Come, mommy.
Yes. Do you know what the third month of each year is?
Hey, Alexa. Call
Ain't that
mommy.
leap year or some shit?
Yeah. Do you know what 15% of 100 is?
Fuck.
Around what it is, if you had to guess.
Probably like 75. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Yes. Do you know what country we gained our independence from?
Daddy, why do you have
Spain. Yes. How many inches are in 2 feet?
I don't know.
Around how many inches? If you had to guess.
5?
Yes. Do you know what country the Panama Canal is in?
No.
If you had to guess, like, what do you think it sounds like it's in? Guess a country.
Europe.
Yes. Can you name all the months?
September, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August.
Yes. Do you know what country the Panama Canal is in?
Panama, Spain.
Yes. What do we call a shape with 5 sides?
Is it an octagon? Wait, that's 6. That's 8. Octagon is 8. Is it a stop sign?
Yes. Do you know what year the U.S. was founded?
Oh, no. I'm not going to answer that.
Around when? If you had to guess a year.
I do not know.
Give me your best guess.
I'm going to say BC. I'm going to keep it at BC.
Get down!
Give me a number, BC.
Finish cleaning up the mess. Now.
1800s?
BC?
Yeah.
Yes. How many weeks in a year?
Nah.
Weeks in a year? I don't know. Can't count the weeks. 4 times 12, 24 weeks?
Yes. How many different moons does the Earth have?
4.
Yes. Do you know who fought in the Mexican-American War? You remember?
Can't lie to you. I don't know that.
Guess 2 countries. Who against?
After my car accident, the insurance company didn't tell me my case was worth over $300,000. But John Mooney did.
See what your case is really worth.
Mooney, Mooney, Mooney! Aaliyah! Get your ass in here now and clean this fucking mess up!
You wouldn't
Clean
think
it
he's
up!
doing anything important with his life, but he is. He's about to save
Bella,
life. He just swabs his cheek. Gross. And then he's leveled up for life. You think matchmaking in a game lobby is hard? Try find.
It started in 2004 when the Honduran immigrant was accused of killing 2 women. A man who was sentenced to die, literally was on death row.
So it's the case of this guy named Plenty of Geary. And if I tell you this story, you'll say you gotta be making it. It can't be true.
14 years, 4 months, in 19 days, I've been incarcerated. 10 years, 3 months, I've been in death row.
On June 25, 2004, in Altamonte, Florida, 24-year-old Clemente was indicted on charges of first-degree murder and burglary, a crime that he did not
Bro, this game is dead.
Yeah.
Tarkov is dead, bro.
A little bit.
Their blood got on his clothes and his foot.
I'm about
It
to.
was a gruesome crime.
I
that
PMC'd
found
this
his
morning
neighbor,
and the raid was
68-year-old
literally
Carol
dead.
Burris,
And also,
and
scavs don't even
47-year-old
work,
Cheryl
so you don't even hear
Williams stabbed to
gunshots.
death.
USMCs can literally just run around scavs now, and they literally will not get shot at. Bears cannot.
Wait, so scavs are broken right now?
Yeah, only for USMCs though.
Huh? That's funny.
Despite Clemente protesting his innocence, police decided he was the only possible suspect, and he was sentenced to death. In the 14 years on death row, Clemente never stopped trying to clear his name, and he wasn't wrong either. As it turns out, Samantha, Cheryl's daughter, prior to the murder, was diagnosed with intermittent explosive disorder.
Within inches of the mother's body and in a bathroom where the state argued the killer cleaned up is the daughter's blood, a trail of the daughter's blood going to the bathroom, and then the mother's blood on the outside of the daughter's window. And there's in the doctor's notes, a few years before this happened, where she says to her mother, "I'm gonna kill you if I ever get out of here. I'll kill all of you." Then we find out that she has confessed all over town. We had people coming in all over the place, testifying, affidavits that she said, "I killed my mother and my grandmother, I'll do it to you."
With such irrefutable evidence implicating Cheryl's daughter, the day finally arrived for Clemente.
I do know that nobody believe me, but no one besides my mother, nobody believe. And I thank you for it. From the bottom of my heart.
He holds back tears and immediately heads towards friends and family to celebrate.
But today is a brighter day, a new day, and I got good hopes for the future.
He was only 14 years old at the time. Devontae was walking outside his home in his pajamas when he was arrested just 3 blocks
This shit
away
is
from a
literally just
vicious
Loot
crime
Simulator
scene
right now.
involving 4 people and an AK-47 assault rifle.
No, I'm serious. There's
Devontae
like,
was taken
if
to
you
the
want to make
local
some
police
rubles,
station,
now is the
where
time.
It turns out that the police coerced him into a false confession with the use of leading questions and feeding him facts from the case. To make matters worse, his lawyer at the time didn't help by convincing him to enter a guilty plea. His current lawyer had this to say.
In the course of their targeting him, they literally fabricated evidence and committed perjury in order to ensure that this young man, that they could get a conviction.
But just 3 weeks later, there was another twist in this tale. And that twist came in the form of hitman Vincent Smothers. Smothers was arrested for 12 murders, 4 of which turned out to be the case that Sanford was convicted for. The lack of action from the justice courts got the attention of the Northwestern Center of Wrongfully Convicted Youths, who pushed to reopen the case, which led to DeMonte's freedom in 2016.
It was a homecoming 9 years in the making.
Interestingly enough, Devontae is thankful to one particular person for his freedom. Smothers.
The cops took advantage of him. I'm able to walk and breathe and just, be at peace.
As it turns out, all that time spent wrongfully
But the problem is that
incarcerated
now when you
may have
scav,
taken
dude,
its toll on
PMCs are so
Sanford, and found it
brazy
hard
because
acclimatizing
they'll just
back into regular society.
they'll come around like spots that they never used to come around.
What was that? Say that again?
Like PMCs are really brazy now. So like when you scav, expect PMC like the warehouses are reserved. Remember how they're like infested by scavs, so, like nobody would ever come?
Yeah.
Well, now the PMCs can just run right through the scavs. It doesn't even matter. So.
What about bosses? Do bosses still shoot you at least?
Yeah, they still shoot you.
He was arrested for assault in 2018, and this time there was no hitman to take the heat. In 1991, Queens, New York. The victim was held at knife point out front of her Queens home, thrown into a car, and driven to Central Park, where she was then raped multiple times. She claimed that the men responsible were Counts, Perry, and a third unknown man. In 2017, after having already served 11 years, the Innocence Project reinvestigated the Counts and Perry case using DNA that was retested. DNA cleared both Counts and Perry from the semen found on the victim. It led to a man who was deceased. Weird, right? So why would the victim make up such a heinous story and send 2 innocent men to jail? The answer will get your blood boiling.
The complainant now admits that her boyfriend forced her to lie and falsely claim these men.
Ready to invest in you? Aging One delivers soothing nutrients and supports gut health.
Sexually assaulted her. Her boyfriend was trying to avoid having to pay debt to these 2 men.
All that for a boyfriend avoiding debt. The things we do for money. Let's have a look as both Counts and Perry sit in court, hearing the sweet sound of freedom echoing throughout. They do their best to hold back their emotions.
Oh, that's an ace. What the
Although they're
fuck?
free and reintegrating 3 New Jersey. 22-year-old Tito Marino was murdered in his video store.
That's how dead this
Another
game is.
gruesome
There's just an
death by
ace on like
stabbing.
one of the main loot spots.
Well, yesterday when we were playing, I went to the lighthouse and killed all the rogues for free. Nobody
Kelly
even
and Ralph
around.
Lee were both convicted of a crime they had no connection to. The whole story was put together by police using coercion and a sketchy eyewitness. They then used those statements against Lee, and that's how they nailed their conviction. It wasn't until once again the Innocence Project spoke that Kelly.
I don't want to. I don't want to go.
Oh, that.
I hate driving.
Do you really?
Yeah. Voices in my head. What's that song? Voices in my head. Da 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 da.
Get up on YouTube. Look that exact. Look up the voices in my head.
Voices in my head. Da 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 da.
Daddy! 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 Daddy!
What?
Says you too.
Kids YouTube. Did you finish cleaning up?
No, not most of the way.
Well, finish cleaning up. It's not falling in reverse. Is it?
When times was hard, life was rough.
The voices in my head. These will not clear.
Ah, here it is. It's Boogie with a hoodie. I gotta poop. Here you go. Have fun listening to this song while I take a shit.
She know I'm average, she think I'm using her. My diamonds mavericks, they so blue to her. And the way I'm acting is so new to her. If I think she dying, I'm gon' do it first. I'm gon' call my side bitch, we gon' do the work. She know I'm from robbers, my can't show through the shirt. The feds lock my mans up, free Montana. Damn, all he ever wanted was his bands up. They gave him 10 years for nothing, keep your hair up. If any niggas start to front, now I'm out. Listen to all my tracks, cause I don't wanna do no interviews, I'm not into that. And I be feeling like I'm out, I got the X on my back. And every nigga in the X can vouch for me, that's a fact. I got my first race, that shit ran last. By the time I dropped the bigger artists, like 7 million in plaques. Got too much on, I'm way too smart to leave my crib without straps. And any nigga run up on us, gon' get hit like that. And I'ma be like, nigga started what I started.
playing with the water. Go finish cleaning up.
Bitches I know. I think we're better off as rivals. Yeah. I know. Why do you know the bitches I know? You're just like all the bitches I know. You're just like all my fucking rivals. Yeah. I know, you're just like all the bitches I know. Insecure, so you got that light, bro. I feel like I'm the rapping Michael, yeah. I think I'm better off without you. And you think I don't know about the things you do, but I do all the same fucking things you do. We both the same, I am just like you, yeah. I know that you get in your feelings, baby, me too. Sometimes I swear I say some shit that I don't mean to. I make you feel a type of way, I make you evil. When I was broke, they used to treat me like I'm see-through. They kill my nigga Quado in the projects, and then they kill Beastie, free Pee-wee. I swear to God, somebody gotta die next. And if it's one of my niggas, nigga, free me.
You better not just be playing with the dog food either. You better be picking it up and putting it back in her food bowl.
I am. Am I doing a good job?
Yeah, but get it all up.
Can you help me?
No, you made the mess, you clean it.
I got some more to do, yeah. I turned it a little bit of it.
All she ever wanted was my heart to her. No attachments, just a Gucci purse. She know I'm married, she think I'm using her. My diamonds.
You playing the Overwatch reskin tomorrow?
Absolutely not.
Sorry, sir, but this table is reserved for high-ranking players only.
My power is.
Fuck yeah, let me go. Fuck
These two jokers that I'm about to show you guys will have you a lost of words. We know that many different things. People cheat in car games like poker. People cheat in sports. All the way from basketball, football to any kind of sport you think of. But fishing,
Sorry, is this milk?
I would have never thought a scandal like this would have came out. The video I'm going to show you today is going to help you that all.
My speed.
You know, I appreciate fishing.
My speed. Do you want some milk? Yeah, I want milk. Shouldn't have known yet.
I'm a fishing fan. I got many great stories of me and my dad and brothers going bass fishing all the way down. But they keep going when they could have stopped long ago. And then they'd be that one. This one took place in Ohio. I believe it's called Lake Erie Walleye Trail in Ohio.
All right, Daddy, well, is it yours? Let's do it.
And
Yeah,
Jake
mine, but, yeah.
apparently these two jokers have
No, but I don't know. No, I...
And they've been caught cheating before.
No.
Apparently one of the guys was so upset of getting caught cheating, or unfortunately because he failed a lie detector test, he actually was going to sue the organization for, stopping the win and not giving them the prize money. Well, I think that trial was actually still in play, but I think it's down the drain now duel as winners after they weighed in, but a voice in the video from the event can be heard saying someone else's fish were larger than basically ended up deciding to cut the fish open. And when they cut the fish open, they found filleted fish, other things that were stuffed inside the fish, as well as lead weight. So it's like, wow, you know, I would have never thought that somebody would have did this, but I got to show you guys this video, man. I just have to, man. So I'm gonna play this video, then I'm gonna give you guys my mean tweet commentary.
We go!
Where's the other one? That's fucking death, motherfucker.
Daddy.
Listen to me right now. Everybody
Daddy.
listen to me right now. Jake,
Daddy.
I want you to leave.
Daddy.
I don't want anybody to touch these guys. I want you to leave.
Daddy, I'm doing that.
I think that the dude did it in a civilized manner. Saying, look, I want these guys to leave. Don't touch them.
Dog food. That is not cleaned up all the way. Now, it's not fucking funny.
Jason, we gotta file police report. Every fucking one. You fucking can't, dude. I mean, we all fucking do it. What the fuck, man? Fuck yeah, they be doing this whole fucking time.
No, you did it by messing with the people.
A filleted fish. Look at
goddamn cage.
this is a fillet, yeah. A fillet fish. Walleye fillet.
In her cage, not on the floor out here.
He needs to go to jail. You didn't even say jail. You call the cops.
He does need to go to jail. And from my understanding, what I've read,
This is my dog.
but don't mark me on that. Let me get more information. I've seen that on the different.
I got videos.
How about you play
You got anything to say? You guys need to refund all that fucking money. That's what you fucking do. How many fucking waves are in there? You fucking scum.
Take pictures. I need pictures. You videoing this whole thing? Got video.
Yeah, I'm putting your
I videoed it right off the rip.
Hold on, let me take pictures.
Stale.
You fucked over a lot of people, man. They've been doing this shit for years. Cheating motherfuckers, man. Piece of fucking shit. You got a fucking boat. You got thousands of fucking dollars. You stole from it.
Here, put that in the trash.
And there you have it.
Come on now, stop putting shit on the fucking bed. Making it even fucking more of a mess. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up with your hands. Yeah, you can. You can just pick up handfuls.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars. Not just through the tournament, but through sponsorship. They have people that were sponsoring.
Pick it up by your hand and throw it in the football.
And did you see the guy's face? He's just sitting there. Has nothing to say. Just caught red-handed. And the organizer of this event, he initiated an apology.
Stop playing with it.
The guy's name is Fisher. He's the statement on the tournament Facebook page on Saturday. We discussed the guys and gals. I'm sorry for letting you down for so long, and I'm glad I caught cheating taking place at your Louis at the same time. I am still at loss of words, and for that I apologize. All Louis anglers deserve better. I will take time to figure out
pick up this other pile yet?
You know, right now we're in a time in our country where, you know, we know people cheating at everything. We're supposed to have fair electric slides. You guys get my drift. But they cheat on that shit too. It's they cheat so much they put out rhetoric of it's racist to require people to have something to identify. So you know, cheaters
It's
never
all
win.
day from
Right?
the.
And it just shows you even what we're going through in our country. It's coming out one by one. It's coming out slow, you know, but it's coming out, and the truth will always prevail. You know, you can only hide for so long until it comes out, man. These guys, what they did, man, in the fishing world, it shocked the world, man. It's a video that went viral, and you know, I'm someone that appreciates fishing because I know how hard it can be sometimes to catch fish, right? You know, there's a certain way you cast, there's a certain way you move the jig, there's a certain type of bait, there's a waiting period.
So keep going,
It's an
pick it all
art,
up.
right? Somebody was talking about golf. Fishing is like golf. It takes a skill. There's an art to it. And as a father, as someone that's fished before, you know, it's something that you appreciate when you see your kids catch their first fish and how their face is like, oh my God, it's on my hook.
You're lucky I
It's
don't
on my
even help
line,
you.
and all the way down to them being scared to death when you
Pick it up.
catch the dang on fish. So fishing is something that I can appreciate. I don't keep up with pro fishing, but I thought that this was just crazy. The level of cheating that these jokers did was just nothing. But y'all know what time it is. Put it in the comment box what your thoughts are on this. Have you heard about this? Have you seen the video? I think these country jokers that was cussing, you know, I'm sorry for the explicit cursing, but I thought it was funny as all hell. Their joker said, woo, when they caught them, and it was just, they are going down. So I'll check on that source about them getting in trouble. I think they did get locked up. So I'll look into that. If they did, I'll do another video on that. But put it in the comments. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on it. If it's your first
There's
time
still
on the
some
channel,
over there.
hit
You
that
can turn
subscribe
that
button and
over
notification
there.
bell so that you
So whatever,
know
put it in her
every
cage.
time I put out a new video. Everybody else that's been supporting me.
Alright, guys, here comes the dog food.
Alright, Josh, later on. I'll catch you when I get back.
Gator.
We can game when I get back. Play some Tarkov or some shit.